visa waiver program. It's our marriage system that we have. Our entire immigration infrastructure to naturalize and become a citizen and/or get some type of status. The entire system is cooked. The entire system, and they scam it all the time. That's what I'm saying. We need an immigration moratorium for a period of time to fix it, man, because the entire system is cooked.
And the DSA coalition is just going to highlight on that and give them all of our shit, in the grand scheme of things. So
yeah,
it's like one administration failing on legislation that's allowing the next wave of power to come in and take advantage of what they couldn't fix, which is the immigration crisis. So it's all done now. It's over. People hear this law and people hear this attempt by Donald Trump in his executive order, and they think he's like he was trying to deport everybody, quote unquote, deport everybody. That failed on its face. But people hear this and they think like this is an attempt to like deport every baby that's been born here in the last however many years or whatever. But it's like this is something that would very slowly stop the bleeding to a point where it's marginally noticeable. So if this couldn't win, it's all over. And this is why we were saying yesterday, bro, the blue wave is imminent. The blue wave is imminent.
It is.
And the right is absolutely cooked, okay? I know it's not nice to hear that if you're right wing, but that's just that's the facts.
If they had gotten this passed, they would have used this to come after us as well. Getter Create says, small win last week was the cessation of TPS. Supreme Court still not enough. Yeah, bro, that's not enough at all, bro. But yeah, dude, it's cooked.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We keep going. Shout out to all you guys watching on TikTok, by the way. I see you guys watching on TikTok. We got a good amount of you guys on there.
TikTok.
Yeah. Even though TikTok is trash, I still think it's still trash. But yeah, shout out to you guys watching though. You guys, because it's funny because like they'll be like, this guy's here. Yeah, bro. I know. It's crazy how many people like only use TikTok and don't go anywhere else, bro. It's insane, dude.
Oh, bro, a lot. It's people's source for news. It's people's source for everything that's happening in the world. And I know that because I read the comments and people have like a one-sided judgment or opinion about any like mainstream story. Like I'll see now this on TikTok, they have like a pretty big TikTok following and they post these clips of JD Vance or like Donald Trump always talking shit about the administration. And everybody in the comments is like, you can tell they only spend their time on TikTok because they have absolutely no idea what's happening outside of the clip they just watched.
Yep.
So yeah, it's the modern day TikTok brain. And by the way, TikTok has captivated the older generation as well. People think TikTok is just like young people. There's a lot of older folks on TikTok as well. I don't know the age ranges. I'm sure there's some sort of data point and or analytics out there for me to view, but there's a lot of older people on TikTok too. And with Larry Ellison owning it now, it's more friendly for them versus the young. So
and we know why.
Yeah.
I know why.
Enter or remain in this country illegally. He goes on to say, in my judgment, the court has made a mistake that will seriously affect the country's future. So some very pointed dissents here from those who raised these very big concerns during the arguments. And they're real world scenarios, which are not a fantasy. They're not a movie. I mean, these things that can actually happen now under this ruling that you have today from the majority.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows.
So we can watch this JD interview.
You want to see this right here? This says about today's Democratic Party. You want to click that real quick? That video up top. I kind of want to see what they're gonna say because the new Democrat Party is radicalized and communist, bro.
It's over. It's over.
Who's got the power? What kind of power?
When we fight?
When we fight?
Yo, get ready, guys.
This is Daria Eliza.
Yo, get ready, ninjas. This is what we're gonna have to deal with. This is what we're gonna have to deal with in 26. This is what we're gonna have to deal with in 28, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. They're building up a socialist coalition, bro. They are building up a socialist coalition.
And they work for it. Like, I'm not even, whatever, bro. These are 1,000,000% our enemies because if these people get power, we're all fucked.
We're cooked.
Like, I will literally be evicted from my building and canceled from everything. But at the same time, it's like they worked for it. So I'm not even going to sit here and see it. It's like, yo, they put in the man hours, they put in the effort, they won over the propaganda, they got people to think what they were thinking, and it was an opportunistic time where they grabbed at the right thing, which was the anti-Israel rhetoric.
Absolutely fucked that.
Anybody who was kind of
all the
center
way
left or moderately left or even in the middle kind of bought into the campaign. This is the result of all of that hard work and endless grinding. Now they have political representation, and it will grow.
Yeah,
it will grow. Fox says that's why they put this video up.
This chick won a seat, bro. She won her election. She won it by a landslide, dude.
Yeah, by a sizable amount.
Some commie chants echoing through New York's ever-expanding commie corridor. The three Democratic...
And by the way, commie, like when Trump and the right used to call Democrats communists and socialists, it was like, all right, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Now it's like a legitimate term. Like now it's not even like, you know, this arbitrary like dissing culture point. No, it's like real. These people are self-proclaimed like socialists / communists. And they were doing some digging on her, but she was like into all of this stuff with Marxism and all that. I don't know. I saw it somewhere on X, but these people are like not even hiding their beliefs. You know, they are legitimate socialists and or communists. So maybe the commie thing's a bit too far. I understand that. I know they're different, but it is funny because now this is the first time where this is actually holding weight. Like it's not just, you know, a diss. It's actually the truth.
Socialists who swept the Big Apple holding a rally earlier as the Democratic Party rolls out a big red welcome mat.
Whatever labels you want to attach to it, whatever she said, I believe that we've got to understand that Big Tent means Big Tent.
I'm not afraid of new members or new ideas in the party. I welcome it.
That friction, although it might make for good, you know, press, as part of being in a coalition.
The reality is we have an unsettled electoral environment, which is going to be the case when Donald Trump is president.
Yeah, Hakeem blames Trump for Dem socialist surge, but like that's low-key a good reason. Like that's a part of the reason. It's so, and now they're saying they're willing to build this coalition and unite even despite some differences, the mainstream Democrats and these socialists. Yeah, it's over. It's over, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Hakeem preemptively blaming President Trump if the socialist surge takes Colorado next. Radical candidate Melat Kiros looks to ride the commie wave into Congress by unseating a longtime Democratic incumbent, which may be difficult given she thinks Israel deserved October 7th and America deserved 9/11.
Ah, shit. It's so over, bro. It's so over.
You said that the October 7th massacre of Israeli civilians by Hamas fighters was the, quote, inevitable consequence of apartheid. Can you
Certain conditions lead people to feeling like violence is their only answer.
Was 9/11 an inevitable consequence for America based on U.S. foreign policy?
Inevitable in the sense that we destabilized a lot of the Middle East, that forced people to believe that another act of violence was the only response.
How you doing over there, Harold? Good?
My nose is running.
Okay, I'm going to get you. Dana, so this woman doesn't really have a job.
Nope. Well, I mean, that's another. Start looking at the jobs or the schooling that a lot of the DSA candidates have had. Again, they sound exactly alike. They use the same cadence. They have the same language. They have studied. They work together. They are super organized that way. What Hakeem is doing, and the rest of the Democrats that are doing is they're not making the tent bigger. They're making it more narrow. And the way that that's happening is that the Democrat socialists are using the Democratic Party in order to figure out a way. Okay, so let's figure out a way. We can take these voters and we can muscle in. And then, like, for example, Graham Plattner today, this guy, he is trashing Chuck Schumer up one side and down the other. And then today he says, but I need help because I don't have enough money and you have to help me. And so then Hakeem and Chuck Schumer are going to be in this position. Do they support them? Are they going to cave and probably do that? And look at the incumbents that they're throwing out of office. Goldman from last week at Espelot, and the guy we talked about yesterday, well, he's not thrown out, but getting attacked in California. It's not like they are moderate Democrats. They are hardcore progressives. But what's the one issue that they're not solid on that these socialists care about the most? And it's Israel and Jewish people. And they
Was waiting for it. Thank you.
I was gonna say that's not really what they care about the most. So if I was to be honest with you, what they really care about is free shit. That's what they care about the most. But yes,
that's the Trojan horse that carries the train, you know? So, and that's what I was telling you the other day, and I said that to my stream by myself when I was alone on Saturday. Like, you know, you can't fall for that, whether that's legitimate or not. We cannot have the bar be so low to the point where just because somebody's anti-Israel, now we're on board despite all of their other asinine policies. And I would get it if it was 2005 and like no one was anti-Israel and that was a foreign idea. But that's just not a foreign idea in 2026. Per Pew Research and several other mass polls, more than half of Americans actually sympathize with Palestinians more than Israelis under the age of 30 or 25. Like, things are changing, times are changing, and so we will see new political candidates step to the stage that will have this correct anti-Israel stance, or not cucking for Israel entirely or bending over, without all the socialist bullshit. And so we're giving these people the biggest in, and we're voting for them without hesitation, when if we just wait and watch, or we don't give those votes in that direction, we can demand a presence from the right that has similar rhetoric without all of the extremism. But, you know, people are jumping the gun and jumping on board to this stuff quite quickly. And I say this because there has been this popular mobilization for the DSA in New York City. I live right outside New York City. Like, I see it, you know, so believe what you will, but they're earning the influence of a lot of Americans who, like you mentioned earlier in regards to the Supreme Court ruling, don't have opinions on anything, but they hear the anti-Israel thing and it's like on board. And it's like, that may not actually be in your best interest. However, they'll come to know after some time. They won't know just yet.
That is the strain that is driving it. And if Hakeem and Chuck don't believe that accepting these people into the big tent doesn't mean exactly what they're trying to do, they're going to have a rough road of it, regardless if Trump's here or not.
You know, 20, even 10 years ago, Greg, if you had a member of Congress who's running on America kind of deserved 9/11, I mean, she wouldn't get anywhere near Congress.
She seemed like she was doing you a favor by answering it. 9/11.
Yeah, and the way to answer that question is America did not deserve 9/11. You just shoot it down right away, because they're obviously trying to get you in this gotcha moment. Like, you know, do you think the U.S., I don't know what that lady had said previously, so I don't have the context as to why they asked her that. But they do this with all these far-left candidates. They're like, do you think the U.S. deserved 9/11? It's like, no, the U.S. never deserved 9/11. But that's why I'm anti-intervention in the Middle East, because those can sometimes be the blowback effects of poor foreign policy, is the way to answer that. You know, you dishevel this guy with this large organization that was previously funded by the CIA being in bin Laden, and then you destabilize the Middle East, you go after Beirut, you go after Palestine, you give the Israelis all the power, you are going to create some sort of extremism by favoring one side over the other, when the other side was actually your ally against the Soviets, and then you turned your back on him and funded the people in his country against his own religious belief. So it was a culmination of things that led to the terror that we saw worldwide from ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And had it not been our poor foreign policy that was motivated by Israel, these things may have never happened. And that's the way you answer those questions. But obviously, the DSA will just kind of, or anybody from the far left, I don't want to slander the DSA, despite me not liking them. I want to be honest in my rhetoric. Anybody from the far left may kind of echo similar sentiment. I think Hassan Piker said that once, then he apologized. The U.S. deserved 9/11. I'm saying it, bro. Fuck it. I'm pretty sure he said that.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah,
yeah, and that's disgusting. And you know, you draw that distinction, but it's important to highlight 9/11 was an effect of poor foreign policy. I care about the country. I don't want our foreign policy to be so bad anymore. But this is the problem with, like, the Fox News, you know, boomers, is they do this thing where they conflate it all and just make it seem like you're anti-American because you're anti-intervention in the Middle East. No, that makes me pro-American. You know, that actually makes me care about the country far more than you do. So,
Seem to remember that. But I mean, the big tent accepting these people, it's like a tree saying termites welcome. You know, in order to have a tent, you got to have boundaries. The tent itself is a boundary. If everyone is welcome, including the people who wish to destroy you, then what is the point of a tent? It is organizations and groups, families, they're not just defined by who you are, but who you aren't.
And I love how they
we
say,
do
like,
have certain,
like they're saying, like, you know, Democrats welcome socialists with big arms. No, socialists are taking over the tent, my friend.
they got no choice,
They
bro.
don't realize that, like, these socialists are taking over the Democratic Party, and they're taking over the tent. That is the new meta, dude. And you look at someone like, here, let me share my screen real quick. Well, actually, no, I'll do it after this. Like Mamdani, for example, is like taking over. You know,
I'll take mine off very quickly.
It's only 10 seconds. It's not needed. I could do it after this. But like, this is the new Democrat Party, bro. Mamdani, everyone he pitched basically got elected. You know?
Yeah, he's got endorsement power and influence now. And this is what I keep telling
the Democratic
people.
Party.
Trump has executive power, and of course, because he's the president, he utilizes this. But you know, Trump is Trump, so Maybe he does things a little bit different to other presidents who have utilized their executive power. He's a little bit more unorthodox. But there is a blowback negative of that if you don't succeed in your attempted legislation or all these executive orders, and it's creating this hunger and this appetite, this desperation from the left to absolutely remove and squander and eradicate any presence of the GOP from the United States in the foreseeable future. And that's what he created by all of his policy failures. So when we're telling you no war in Iran, and then he starts a war in Iran that we are struggling to wiggle out of, this creates way more room and opens so many more doors for these socialists to earn talking points. And again, this is why the Democrats welcome them with open arms, because you're not going to be able to combat that rhetoric effectively, especially when it has an anti-Israel core. Whether it's legitimate or not, or it's this Trojan horse for their later agenda or their grander agenda, which is the actual truth, right? They do have this grander agenda of socialism. It is helping them. It is helping them, and they're steamrolling. So I know it's early, and I know people are going to say we're being a little bit pessimistic and negative, but I'd really like to think that we'll see the fruits of this in maybe the next year and a half, 2 years, even as early as November and December. So we'll continue to watch. But
rules to keep people in and out of things, and sometimes that goes crazy. But we do have, somewhere along the line, boundaries were made a sign of bigotry. But there's a reason for intolerance. You do not tolerate bare feet in a restaurant. You do not tolerate grown men in the Girl Scouts. You do not tolerate the obese in the military. I can't be a Harlem Globetrotter, and I can dunk. So does the party have a right to welcome anyone when it affects everyone else in that group? Realistic example, you invite a male rapist into a women's shelter. It satisfies your virtue.
Yeah, just so everyone in the TikTok chat knows and everybody in general knows, guys, the only Discord I pay attention to is my Discord with OSS, guys. I don't know what's going on with the FNF Discord. I don't really care. I'll be honest with y'all. Like, I'm not active on there. The OSS Discord is the one that we watch and we work with. So the FNF Discord is a whole other thing that's not. I'm not even in there, bro. I'll be honest with y'all. The only Discord I care about, keep it 1,000 with y'all, is the OSS Discord. So shut the fuck up about the FNF Discord. I don't care, bro. I don't care. If there's some idiots over there doing some dumb shit, I think it's being handled already. But the OSS Discord is the one that I care about. So please shut the fuck up in the TikTok chat. Please shut the fuck up. You guys are retarded, low IQ morons, and it's annoying. Okay? Holy shit, dude. It's actually really annoying. These people keep saying this dumb shit. Like, I don't give a shit about what's going on over there. It's already being handled, but that is not the Discord that I even care about. It's OSS, that's my Discord. You want to join that one, go ahead. But I don't give a shit about what's going on over on that FNF one. And now I gotta fucking end the TikTok stream because niggas are retarded and stupid. So, yeah, go ahead, continue on, Riyadh. Holy shit, man. Stupid fuckers.
Signal, it's a big tent, but then a woman.
And really quick, I just had two chats that I forgot to read. Let me go ahead and read these. 13th Wielder, appreciate you both. Thank you, my friend. Always showing love. I remember that. Nav, y'all going to talk about the MK Ultra thing? I saw some of that, but I haven't been paying too much attention to it, so no, we're not going to cover that.
Gets raped and murdered, which is what happened in New York. So again, boundaries exist so the thing survives. And if you...
Here's the thing about the Dems, though. They don't really have, like, any ideological grounding. That's one thing I'll give credit to in respect to the right. Like, the Dems can sway any which way so long as it's favorable. And that's the whole idea of progressivism. Like, to progress, to be ever-changing, always adjusting to the new norm. And this is why the right has become more popular. To be a Democrat in 2005, 2007... when Obama was running and he won, is far different now than to claim I'm a Democrat in 2026. Democrats used to be against gay marriage. Democrats used to be against a lot of these things, and now they've shapeshifted just to cater to a lot of people's needs and or like the wider scope of the liberal talking agenda. So they always shapeshift, and it's no different here with the Socialist Party. They're going to accommodate and adjust to them if it means earning favorability from the general left as a whole. So this is like the nature of the left. This is what they do. They shapeshift. There's no surprise here. The right is conservative, right? It's different, huh?
And no, I was gonna say, and as they shapeshift, they actually they increase the conservative base, because people that were progressives before end up saying, oh, well, I'm not a progressive anymore. I guess I'm a bigot. So then they end up, like you look at someone like Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, etc. These guys were like leftists like a decade ago. These guys were progressives a decade ago.
And they still kind of are centrist, but people on the left consider them far right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's the craziest thing about Joe Rogan's.
They'll look at like someone like Temple and say that he's far right, which is insane to me to even insinuate that.
That's absurd. It's absurd. You know, he's as center as it gets, honestly. So, you know, it goes to show that the left is becoming more and more extreme, and they shapeshift to cater to the talking points and the needs. And, you know, look, when it comes to progressivism and culture and things like that, certain things are just necessary to adjust to because we are living in a world that's always developing. So I don't want people to think I'm like this old, outdated 80s boomer that's like, you know, driving an F-150. But at the same time, there's a threshold. And the left has went way beyond past that threshold years ago, even a decade ago. And so it's gone too far, which is why everybody now is even at minimum kind of center right or in the middle, because they're saying, hey, I'm not supportive of all this trans law. I'm not supportive of all these differences in what they're teaching in the schools. I'm not supportive. I mean,
what? I don't even think this man said anything. He just started. Yeah, he just started. That's funny. Man doesn't even know what he's saying. I'm gonna start having multiple tabs because I think that's a thing. On multiple tabs, it'll click on that.
Y'all boys naturally a part of y'all. Y'all coochie. And y'all get mad at us for this. Don't let me put my vagina.
No, stop. That's the difference. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Every one of them have that, so of course they would be upset with that because that's not a unique feature.
All right. I got a question for Shiesty. 20 hours to get this thing out to. I got a question for Shiesty. We still don't. I got a question for Shiesty.
Go ahead.
I got a question for Shiesty. Shiesty. So, okay. So, we both light skin, right? So I had a question for you. Do women make you feel, so do women make you feel special because you light skin?
No, I never had that. They usually don't like me because I'm light.
You've never had a woman to make you feel special because you light skin, bro?
Yeah,
you not light skin, nigga. You not special.
I be like, oh, I feel like a pretty boy and just like, I ain't asked you to come over here. So, I mean.
No. I gotta say, he's correct. He's correct. I know a lot of light-skinned dudes. It's like they want to admit it, but they'll admit it to me. But like, man, I've had bitches just want to fuck me and literally say they want to have a light-skinned child.
Couldn't be that hard on them, melanin. Stop.
Ain't no bitch. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure the world hear this. Ain't no bitch said she want to have a baby with me, hoping the baby look like me. That bitch hoping look like her.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
My baby looking man. That woman say, I'd like to have another you. I'm 50 years old. I ain't never heard no woman say this, man. I don't know if that's good or bad. You can say it's bad. But she says she'll have my baby. I ain't never had no woman say I want to have a mini you.
Well, yeah, I heard.
Is it crazy that, like, I wish I could make, like, a baby you and Mr. Fantastic's color? Like, if I would want the baby to come out because I'm like,
light-skinned girls are usually the ones who, light-skinned girls are usually the only ones who say this.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's light-skinned girl talking about.
They say that. The first time I went from being a black ass, crispy ass, crunchy ass, whatever, into chocolate was some red bone shit, fine shit too.
Yes. Yeah, because red bone girls will cry the dark. But they feel a 30.
First off, before you go, Brian, we need to make sure we understand this thing. This spigot still works, Melanin. Anytime, any place. Don't be saying you wish.
Get that dark skinned baby anytime.
You ain't gotta wish.
Hey, it's one step away. It's only one step away.
You ain't gotta rub no bottle and hope a genie come out. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm only giving one type of babies at this point. See, look at Candy to you. Shout out to Candy, baby. Yeah, but for whatever reason, melanin. Again, a lot of this dark skin shit, man, and whatever I said, color and shit. I thought the people that let you know that dark skin is unattractive or ugly are the women, bro. That's the first one to tell you. The first person to call you black is this or whatever.
Yes.
And then like the light skinned women are gonna be the ones that oh, you so chocolate, you so this, you so that. I just whatever.
Yeah, it would be like a superpower. Like for a lighter and something chocolate, y'all color come out. It's like I did a superpower. Like
first off, I gotta say this. First off, you see this shit, Brian, Mr. Fantastic. Y'all see this motherfucker gonna sit up there and say we want them before they create the player when it's just that little black.
That's fucked up, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That was not me right there.
Not you, Melanie. This asshole.
Okay.
That's fucked up, Jalen.
It's pretty funny though.
You shut up, Jalen.
That's pretty funny though.
That's fucked
So
up.
can somebody explain what it meant?
You know when they started off with the player just a shape?
In the video game, the silhouette.
Black.
Black silhouette.
That's
You add the features. You want a black silhouette as a baby's melody.
Oh my god, that is so rude.
Yeah.
That baby ain't gonna have no features.
So, Mr. Fantastic, can I ask you a question? When did the whole light skin era change for you? Like the whole light skin women era, like when they would start being attracted? Because I feel like I got a reasonable answer.
Hey, we gonna make you pay for this therapy session in a minute, player.
I'm just curious because the dark skinned niggas I know, they always be like, yeah, the other girl like me now, but I remember they call it a brown ass cookie and shit.
Yeah, it was like a combination of Tommy. You a little older, so I would say New Jack City, fucking
right. Baby boy.
Oh, what's like Michael Jordan? What's the other nigga name? Ricky. The Ricky nigga.
Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, Morris Chestnut. That run. Hey, that kicked all the motherfucking Jerry Curl blouse wearing light skinned niggas out of the party, nigga. Shout out to them.
Hey, Mr. Fantastic, you go
better skin. Y'all have better skin than light skin.
No, Miss Fantastic. The only reason why they switched over to dark skinned niggas, because other light skinned niggas get on their ass, so like they fight.
Now let me tell you what happened. Hold on a second. It go back to what Fantastic was saying. Then I got to go to Brian because Brian been waiting. It goes back to what Fantastic was saying.
It has to do with the
They say they switched over to dark skinned niggas, but the most popular men on the planet started being dark skinned. That is the only reason we want. Michael Jordan was only handsome because of what he was doing. Magic Johnson, almost every nigga that you saw on television started to be a dark skinned man. Let's just be honest though. The light skinned dude could still fuck the exact same girl that Mike could fuck. And the light skinned dude didn't have Mike's money. He could fuck. So go back to what you were saying, Fantastic. Yeah, that there still was levels. Niggas that was dark skinned had to have a bunch of money in their pocket. And it's a young lady that keep on saying real nice things to me. And it's real sweet that she keeps saying it. But lady, I don't believe you if you don't say it with a Cash App or a Rumble Rant. You can't be saying all that stuff you want to do to me unless you pay. This dick ain't free.
That's funny.
Go ahead, bro. This dick ain't free.
The whore. Just wrapping all of that stuff up. It's like it all comes down to, you can talk about attributes, how you look and what you do. It all comes down to acceptance. We want to be accepted for all of us. We want a woman, just like a man does, wants to be accepted for everything that they are and that they bring to the table. We don't want to be just solely recognized and accepted for one thing, especially if that one thing can be fleeting. A man who has money ain't guaranteed to always have money. So that's why you don't want your woman to just want you because you got money. That can be part of it, because just as much as a woman wants you to have money, A man wants to have money so that he can take care of his woman and get his woman the thing that he wants. And on the other side of that, for women, a lot of women that are so attached to their beauty because they are fine or because they are light skinned or because they have a great body, they ultimately know that that is fleeting, and at some point or another, titties will sag, asses will drop, and they still want to be accepted for all of that they bring to the table and all of them. So we can talk about the different things that we like and our preferences, which is okay. But we all want to be accepted and wanted for everything that we bring and everything that we are, as opposed to just one or two particular things.
Don't get mad.
I want to say this last thing before I dip out. I didn't get a chance to allow.
When y'all niggas always think I'm supposed to let y'all talk before y'all leave. Nah, just kidding. Go ahead, bro. You talk.
No, my man. No, my bad, man. I just want to say this and I'm going ahead and dip out, man. So, yeah. My bad, this is taking it out on the pedal, man. I just want to say this real quick. I just want to chime in on the question that you asked the panel earlier. I think it was along the lines of, I can't even remember the damn question. I think it was, I can't remember the question. But I appreciate you guys for having me, man. I can't remember the question. We didn't veer so far off the question. I wanted to chime in on it, but I can't remember. Regardless, man.
Was it about horse?
No, I think it was about.
Who asked the question, man?
Tommy posed the question on the panel, but we didn't veer off the question like so far. I don't remember.
Was it when I started?
No, it wasn't. No, it was before you started talking about. No, it was before the other light-skinned one came on. No, yeah, I can't remember the damn question.
You know what the problem is? You sound real light skinned right now. The light skinned niggas don't. What's happening right now? It's some light skinned shit. You sound real light skinned right now. You don't remember what we were talking about.
They soft, Tommy. They soft.
Yeah, they don't remember.
I gotta pose the question at least once before I leave. I can't leave. This is a bad look for me.
You stopped us to not know what you were talking about. That's crazy.
It's when you kick me off, man. Like.
On my chat, screenshotting every frame, to my slang, to my cadence, then pretend that we the same. They were praying for my downfall, why they copying my blueprint. Yeah. Every topic that I touch, turn the trend, now they abuse it. They be whispering in DMs, plotting on me, try to stop my ride. Try to ice me out the story, still I burn right through the light. Yeah. I'm the people's child, I'm the angry man. Say my name is still my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, but otherwise we ran. I'm the people's child, I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance.
Should I talk? Can we talk shit?
They don't want my shine to last. Nah, they was flagging every upload, saying shots behind the scenes, posting pictures of my family trying to crack me at the scene. Drop my name up in the phone, type my address on the site. Thought the fear would make me vanish, told them pussies catch a flight. Every time they build a boycott, I just build another brand. Turn a smear into a slogan, made a movement out the sand. I understand, they be calling me the villain, why they quoting every line. I'm the mirror that they scared of, so they cover up my life. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. Say my name, steal my style, never steal my hands. They can throw that dirt, still I rise again. You can hate my goods, love to watch me rain. I'm the people's champ, I'm the angry man. They can twist my words, never twist my stance. Blame me for it all, I just take that chance. Cause they know I'm business, they don't want my shine to last. They blame me for the storm, blame the rain. blame me cause I said it. Just remember we ain't the same. They gon' cry by my tone. Study every take, you can hate on every move. You can cancel what I
And
made.
they hate me up in here. They hate me up in here. I don't know why though, I'm not that bad, I swear. I'm not that bad. I like.
There are better places to be hot.
And that's why they hate the man.
You are now rocking with the best. Support the angry man. Support the stream.
Feet hit the pavement, sunrise grinning. Life's a roulette and I'm always spinning. Pocket full of dreams, got the world in my hands. No map, just vibes and unplanned plans. Sweat on my brow, running wild through the city. Clock ticking loud, but it ain't that gritty. Spill my soul like ink on a loose leaf. Every breath a moment, no time for grief. Full throttle, no brakes. I'm flying. Every second counts, ain't more than I am. Living for the now, future can't wait. No rewind button, I'm on in my face. Yeah, I'm on in my
Yeah, he works slow. Because he has a lot of...
But she ain't gonna give you the money. She ain't gonna give you your half, though, Brian. She not gonna give you half then if you gonna leave.
You gotta give me my half.
He's not gonna tell her he's leaving in the beginning.
Yeah, why would she give you half if you go? Wait a minute, whoa. Why would she give you half if you leaving?
Because this can change our lives, and if she wants to do it for that amount of money, then I get it.
But what's the reason the guy is doing it for $1 million? If he know you gonna leave, he'll just wait until you leave, till y'all leave. If he's gonna break y'all up.
Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't tell him that. I wouldn't let him know that.
You tell her that?
Yes, absolutely.
Wait a minute. If I was your wife, what I would then do is just divorce you and go fuck him, knowing he's gonna give me $1 million.
He's so
Why
dirty.
would I split it with you?
He's so dirty.
Because if you take that money and you don't give me my half, you won't spend all that money.
Why you so?
How do you know she's gonna really give you anything if you're telling her that you're not part of the deal?
Lyric, you ain't listening to what he just said.
There, sir. That sounds like a dead threat there.
Yeah.
I see.
That's not a threat. That's a promise.
That's a promise. That's funny.
Fantastic. You let her do it.
No. So the thing is, the decision is gonna be hers, because if that's what she's choosing to do, fine. But I need my half. Yes.
Asking you, Brian. She said, "Hey, can I do this?"
No, I'm asking Fantastic. You gonna let her do it?
What part? Hold on. Fuck the other nigga for the $1 million, or give the nigga a throat babies for the $1 million? What you doing?
Throw babies.
Nah, I
Which one do you think is worse then? Which one do you think is worse?
Don't fight.
Throw
Like
babies.
that. They let Jalen be strapped. That is crazy to me. I don't think they should let Jalen be strapped, but it is what it is, Jalen. I'm not here to judge you. In the motherfucking building. And we got narratives and dialogues in the motherfucking house. So the wind chime in the building. So the wind chime. But we want to know where's the problem in this space. Panels get too off topic. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to, from now on, I was just skimming through them. But from now on, I'm going to highlight your grievances and we're going to all see if we could address them. And we're going to take possible suggestions, possible remedies we could change up the space. Like I'm not the owner, the creator of the space, the dictator of the space. I'm just a bandit that I'll do what I can to change things up around here because I like this shit. This shit is entertaining, and it seems like we got like we in a whole YouTube neighborhood and shit. So they, what I mean. If I could pick up a little bit of, if I could pick up trash and stop littering to help this shit change up a little bit, I'll do my part. You know what I'm saying? I'll do my part.
He was a gatekeeper for nigga.
How much? Oh, my fault. That's my little brother texting me about some whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit him up just well. Once the panel get full, and if he's still up, I'll hit him up. But yeah, Keon said the panels get too off topic and distracted from the topic. The panel get too off topic and distracted from the topic. What do y'all think about that? Facts, Keon, because the topic. But because we not keeping it confined and two structure, sometimes the topic organically goes to something else. However, I would say this. Some people change the topic. Some people, if they can't add to the conversation, they will change the conversation. I don't like that. Sometimes people might be talking about some shit, and I might not even know about this shit. And I'll ask questions, and it's my panel. So if I could fall back and let people have the conversation on my own panel, then I think other people should be able to let the conversation rock too without changing it. But some people, they can't do that. They just gotta change the topic because they don't know what to add to it. Yesterday, Ichi and others, you know what I'm saying, Dusty, etc., was talking about the block party and the wet t-shirt party, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I wasn't here for that shit. I couldn't add to the conversation, but I could just ask some questions because I'm intrigued about the shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, if you can't add to the conversation, you're like, fuck it, let's change the conversation. That's selfish. You know what I'm saying? That's selfish. Too many people with main character syndrome. I agree with this right here. Too many people want to be the main character. You know what I'm saying? That's why before anybody hit the panel, I get my shit off early. That way I don't gotta compete with a lot of main character syndromes and shit. I don't have main character syndrome. In my own movie, I definitely want to be the main character in my own movie. That's a whole fact. I don't mind sharing the spotlight with other people too, because I don't feel threatened by other people doing their thing or whatever. But there is too many main characters. That's what I would say. When I go to somebody else's channel in somebody else's movie, I'm me. I'm not trying to deliberately do that shit, you know what I'm saying? But it do got too much main characters, and it's hard to play with others if you a main character. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Everybody should be a main character in a movie. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they don't know how to share the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to share the spotlight. They feel uncomfortable when others is in the spotlight, especially when they think that they deserve more to shine. It's like, example, they might have somebody that have like a bunch of degrees and shit. Or maybe they work in corporate America. Maybe they are somebody. Where they work at, they are somebody. So when they come to YouTube and they see a bunch of nobodies getting the shine, they don't like that.
This is so much more than a dishwasher. It's a built-in time saver. LG dishwasher.
This is the right one.
How is you EBT shining when I'm fine dining? I'm fine dining while you EBT shining. They don't like that shit. So a lot of the main character syndromes comes from a sense of entitlement. People feel they're entitled to a certain accolades, to a certain reverence, to a certain admiration. You know what I'm saying? But it don't be like that, man. It's look, man. Everybody ain't gonna see you like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree, it's too much main character syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Structure is limiting. I agree with that. Structure is limiting. Let's say we say what's the biggest problem of this space. We not about to talk about this shit for 6 fucking hours. You know what I'm saying? By the time hour number uno, the topic might slightly change. You know what I mean? Let me see. Do you know what an echo chamber is? I'm asking the questions, buddy. I'm asking the questions right now. You know what I'm saying? 2-minute long soliloquies with 50 different parts there. Hey man, I swear to God, that's how it be. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be going on and on and on. I want to also ask y'all about what y'all think about what transpired yesterday. I really wanted Beachy to get her shit off. If Chanel came through, I wanted her to get her shit off too. When one person alone get their shit off, it could look like bullying or they going in. So it kind of look crazy. But that's just because they only had one person to get their shit off. I didn't know that these 2 young ladies had issues. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was that deep. Maybe I while we could go back and check the original video, etc., etc. But yeah, just wanted them to get their shit off yesterday. But everybody else who was chiming in, they was secondary. They wasn't that relevant to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I think the problem with the space, people want too much attention. There. Unfortunately, Willing to Win, and y'all make sure y'all check out the new Willing to Win emoji in the Discord. Show to the Brody Willing to Win. Unfortunately, Willing to Win, and let me know if my mic is cracking up. Unfortunately, Willing to Win, we in the business of content creation, and we have to grab the attention. We have to grab the attention of the audience, especially if you are like I'm on some entertainment vibe. So I might not seem like I want the attention, but that's because I actually do want the attention to my platform. You know what I'm saying? And because I could share the attention, it might seem like I don't want the attention too, but I want the attention too. I want more people to know about my platform, the channel, you know what I'm saying, etc., etc. I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not like thirsty, like, hey, look at me. Look, man, like, I be outside trying to blend in sometimes, trying to not draw too much attention to myself sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I ain't thirsty for the attention. Bounty is the balance of main character dominance. We will get him. Damn. You know what I like? I like when several dominant characters clash, because they could cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? When one person dominating the whole time, I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I did not take a nap, set up the whole show, and do all of this for one person to come and steal the show. I don't really like that. Unless the show is about that person, then that is fair. We're reviewing JP, sure. We're reviewing Beachy, sure. We're reviewing the people video. Why not let them come through, you know what I'm saying, and do their thing? Other people gonna be secondary, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Echo chamber is a big problem. Echo chambers is a big problem. However, we don't have echo chamber over here. I'm cool. The people that I'm cool with the most over here, we do not agree all the time. As a matter of fact, Reese is over here. That's one of my peoples them. I fucks with Reese. But me and Reese don't agree. The fuck, we more disagree than agree. But I just rocks with her, you know what I'm saying? She like an American version of people that I grew up with. A homegirls that I grew up with, cousins and shit, you know what I mean? She cool peoples for the most part, you know what I mean? But I do not agree or condone all the Reese activity.
For sure.
Still my folks though.
For sure.
The main problem I see, content creators need to, and by the way, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you in advance. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday StreamYard took the money out. Yesterday StreamYard took the money out. Could you help a bandit out? You know what I'm saying? Yesterday StreamYard snatch the money out. You know what I'm saying? So we need to you know, replenish the banditry. You know what I'm saying? Replenish the banditry. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to highlight your comments to see what do you think the issues is. Main problem I see, content creators need to learn to work together and not let people who do not have channels and the chat dictate their channels. They get in the way of their own selfishness. That's the thing, narrative. I value the chat more than I value other enigmas coming to the panel. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. I fucks with a handful or maybe 2 handful, but the rest of them, like them, fuck them enigmas, man. The hell. I'm never gonna put random other content creators before the chat. Hell no. If the topic, if we was up here, right, talking about, let's say we was talking about cars, and the chat wanted to change the topic to skateboard, but the panel wanted to change the topic to bicycle, I'm like, fuck the panel. We about to talk about skateboards, bro. Unless we both to be up here talking to each other. We could just have a conference call and talk to each other. But when we live right here and the people watching and the liking the video, by the way, hit the like button if you did not hit the share button. Sharing is caring.
Oh, I liked it on
you know
the
what I'm
other
saying?
one.
We'll be talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? So the audience is important. I want a lot of y'all to know that shit. These other content creators is flip-floppy and opportunists. For the most part. Most of them are, other than the ones you might have a rapport with that y'all just organically cool. But a lot of these other people is out to get theirs. The people in the chat, they not out for that shit. You know what I'm saying? They look, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Let me scroll down. DJ, to be honest, the shit was exhausting to listen to.
Good grooming goes beyond the barber chair.
Oh, well. Hey, that motherfucker was a hater, though. Hold up.
Look, Reezuhn? You mean to tell me Reezuhn don't be exhausting to listen to? Are you trying to tell me Reezuhn don't be exhausting to listen to? You know what I mean?
All right.
The thing about Beachy and the Chanel situation, I actually rock with both of them. I have a certain rapport with both of them to a certain degree. She's actually, you know, she showed me more love than than Chanel did. No, I know disrespect, shows all the Chanel and shit. But the two of them is different kind of people.
Oh wait, I think he actually
one is extremely direct, and Chanel might be a little bit more like some people might say passive, aggressive, or indirect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if she always mean it in a malicious way, but I guess that's her vibe type shit. You know, she probably from the corporate world and shit. But Beachy is a whole thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beachy is a thug. You know what I mean? So it's like water, it's like ice and fire, basically. It's ice and fire. I want to get into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I'll watch it. Just like if 2 niggas getting in it, I don't advise no woman to get into 2 niggas going at it. I don't advise, I advise against this shit. You know what I'm saying? The link is pinned. I don't know Chanel. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure which Chanel, what channel she come from, but we got a decent. Chanel gets under your skin, but and people complained about Chanel before on the channel, but people complain about each other all the time. After the show, trust me, after most shows, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. Just know after shows, people do have their complaints about each other, right? But I try not to choose sides too much and let one person make me not let another person on the channel without reason. Because the same people, they could just go to other people's channel but people complain about each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? People complain about each other all the time, and a lot of people do got main character syndrome. Even sometimes you might think you don't, you know what I'm saying? a lot of people just do it. Just is what it is. What's up, Reezuhn? Shows her the Reezuhn in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, I want to ask one quick question. What is with this nigmas thing you're saying?
You say what?
Nigmas.
What's up with it?
I could have sworn I heard that word so many times.
Yeah, that's just a word we use sometimes to not say the N-word so early on in the show.
So that's the thing now?
The less profanity you use, the more you could get monetized, the more ads could run on your shit.
So
the more
that's
profanity you use.
So that's the thing now?
No, it's been a thing. People always say that. Some channels don't even allow you to say the N-word, and that's what we say when we get over there. Shouts out to Shirelli in the building. What's up, Shirel? Wagwan, Shirel.
Wagwan, Shirel.
And shouts out to Miss Deb in the building, the first contributor of the show. Appreciate it. She says up on a motherfucking Tuesday.
I need more money. We need a little more money.
I appreciate you, Miss Deb. Appreciate you. Your contributions to the banditry is not unnoticed. And let's welcome Soul Provider Speaks. You know what I'm saying? A fellow villain to the scene.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We need to make a league of villains. You know what I'm saying? We need a whole league of villains. Go ahead, Soul. What say you about the topic?
Yeah, it's a pretty good question you have here. I think. Can you hear me? I don't. Hopefully,
yeah, loud and clear. Mm-hmm.
But I think your answer is going to be different based on when the person entered the space. Like, you know, I think I entered the space the same year that Beachy did, which was 2019. So we might have when she was kind of going in about on the other show. I kind of agree with what she was saying over there. Big J might have a different angle because he might like structure. I don't. I think that structure shit limits the content. I also think the paywalls with the characters like we were talking about limits a lot of shit.
Wait, you said you said this before. I think you said it when we was talking about the
Yeah, right. We actually talked about this on our collab, yeah.
So you're saying the paywall limits it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I get the financial side of it, but I mean, like you said,
what's the paywall? Sorry.
Like
the paywall is when people put stuff in members only.
Yeah, members only.
A lot of times I put stuff in members only because one, the weekend shows, bro, that shit is hard to stay monetized, bro. The amount of profanity, the amount of niggas threatening each other to pull up is like, bro, the only way to keep the channel to make bread off of that shit is to what you call it.
Okay.
Put that shit behind. Turn the DVR off and put that shit behind a motherfucking paywall, bro. But I do agree with This is what I liked about what they talk about Fight Club. And shows the Nightish in the building. Shows the Nightish. They were saying that a lot of times it's like an exclusive shit to put it behind the paywall. You know what I mean? But I do agree with what you're saying because you do want people to be able to review the shit and more people to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I do agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And
but certain people, even though I put my shit behind the paywall, certain people know they could review my shit that is behind the paywall, and I'm not gonna even trip. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, because you know what it is, how the space grows and how the space, local news, right? I mean, you want people to talk about your stream. I mean, it's gonna help you either way. That's how I found your channel in the first place. People mention your shit in the chat. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. I mean, that's exactly how it happened. But you mentioned the chat, right? I mean, there's not a lot of good chats right now. I mean, there's only a few. I mean, including yours. So, like I said, the chat is super important.
And shows her the Beachy in the motherfucking building.
Hey, what is a
He was
good chat?
sponsoring the last show. And to be going off, you know what I'm saying? On the last show. You know what I mean? We kind of fed the space a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? I heard a couple of people reviewed the shit. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody saying that they fighting. It's crazy shit. They fighting over dominance over DJ Witch Doctor channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, a lot of these people got their own channel. What's up, Brownie? What's up, Brownie?
Yeah, that's a bit much. I think it was hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, I think it was funny, right? Some people was acting like it was a little bit cruel, but I seen way more grimy shit in this piece. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, like this space.
Only thing I would say, Beachy was sounding aggressive and angry with it. You know what I'm saying? Like she about to punch somebody in their shit. Yeah, she might have wanted to punch somebody in their shit. But I heard way worse, bro. Like I heard people doxing each other, people talking about people dead relatives, their kids. That shit was light to me last night. It just
very
sounds
light. It's
just the delivery was, you know, the delivery was on DMX.
I mean, Beachy's been in many sectors, so she knows that like this side of the space is very light, like mid-main light. It's very just like it's not that bad.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Yeah, you missed it.
Beachy against who? Oh, sorry. So you already said
Beachy against everybody. Beachy versus everybody. Well, Beachy and Chanel. To be honest with you, I see some people was defending Creative, and I do think Creative got like a sweet personality, a sweet persona. But I didn't really think Beachy dragged it like this. I guess she said she ain't got a mind of her own, but to me that's not nothing like. That's not that crazy.
It's really not that bad. Once again, man, there's been a lot of shit that's happened in this space before that has been way worse. That's really nothing.
And the thing is, I want to minimize how people feel about it, but I'm just comparing it to the crazy shit I done seen in this space, bro. That shit is like,
they should take a field
it was
trip
probably
to the other
light
sectors
work.
to see what happens.
It was probably light work, yeah.
You say what?
It was probably light work, yeah.
It's like, to me, it would have been heavier probably if they was up here. You know what I'm saying? It's like how heavy you gonna be when the other person is not here. You just keep it light.
Oh
you know
yeah, light. Yeah.
So Chanel never pulled up the other day.
No.
Oh, okay.
Chanel them didn't pull up.
Damn, that sucks. But yeah, what I was saying before was too another like problem I would say is like a lot of shit going to commercial shit. I know everyone's trying to be maybe too professional with it. You know.
What do you mean?
Everyone's trying to copy, Kevin Samuel bullshit. After Kevin Samuels, everyone went super like professional with like their cameras, their mics, and their topic structure, all that structure shit. That shit was not really a big deal. Like,
so wait a minute. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me the production quality is a problem too, bro?
It's not really a problem, but maybe some people are putting too much focus on that. Maybe.
I get what you're saying. What I would say, but you seem like you a local pioneer. You don't like international.
No, he's worried about the product.
He just want to hear the local news. He don't give a fuck about all of this other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's sounding like to me. Those are the unk in the building. What up?
What's going on? They got TMZ for that shit. I don't need to hear the other shit from you. Not really.
You know what's so, bro? I think that shit is rubbing off on me too, bro.
Nah,
if somebody's talking about Jay-Z smack Beyonce, and then somebody's talking about Anton smack Rita, I'm watching the Anton smack Rita. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Cause this is, and I don't know why that is. No, I think because I've been in this space.
I'm trying to help you with that. That's
Go
the
ahead.
thing. I'm gonna try my best to cure you of that, because that is a sickness of the highest order.
Oh man.
My problem with the biggest problem with this space is this space on a fucking high horse. It's uppity. This sector really ain't no sector, yo. Let me tell y'all something about this shit. This shit is a small corner of YouTube. It's fractional, and I ain't trying to knock it, but it's just the truth. Like You
are knocking it though.
Can I say something before
No,
we start?
sometimes facts not knocking it. If you were to look at the amount of YouTube channels out here and do some research and see the amount of views other YouTube channels get, it compared to everything combined in this sector, and take like what YouTube do all together and take what this sector do, and it'll be so fractional. It's ridiculous.
If
You
I
understand
looked
what
up,
I'm saying?
if I looked up your hat, how much would it be?
What are you talking about?
Oh no, I just before we got into anything serious.
I don't know. I got several of them, but I really this ain't a flex.
Oh, okay. I just thought
I don't look at the price of shit when I buy it.
Yeah,
Then
me
why would you
neither.
wear it with that
Well,
tank
I do
top?
look at the price sometimes
Some
because,
big shit. It won't deal.
or if something is
All
too
right,
cheap,
before
I'll
we
be
got into
scared to buy it.
anything
I ain't even
serious.
gonna lie to you, bro.
So yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'd be nervous.
It wasn't $9.99 because if it was, I wouldn't buy it because I'd be scared.
Okay,
the
I was
first
about
time
to say
watched
what.
it.
Yeah, okay.
Because one time I bought some what you call it, some running shoes, because some of the Mexican dudes be playing football in the park. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go and buy me some nice shoes so I could be able to. Man, them shits lasted probably like 2 weeks, probably, bro.
Yeah.
Then it started looking deformed. You know what I'm saying? You know the shoes look when you step too much, the front start having that bend line. Like I was like, nah, bro, I'm not buying cheap shoes, bro. I'll buy a cheap pack of t-shirts, but shoes, I need my shits to last, man.
DJ, have you heard of the Chitlin circuit?
Yeah, I was gonna say this here too, Unc. I think a lot of times, bro, a lot of people gravitate to the local news because it's more closer to home. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I look at a Beyonce shit like, let me watch the Anton Smack Rita, you know what I'm saying? Because the Beyonce shit, everybody gonna talk about that shit. But this is local news, so I kind of prioritize it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's definitely more interesting.
Why
when
not
it's
watch?
people-
Why not watch them both?
It's more.
I'll watch them both. I'll watch one before the other. But look at this, bro. Let's say there's something going on in America, and then there's the war going on. You're gonna watch the local shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if something
I'ma watch
happening
it
in
all.
Texas,
I'ma watch it all.
that's wild. And then something happening across the pond, you're gonna watch the Texas shit,
I'm gonna
bro.
watch it all.
You know
I
what I mean?
think I'll do both.
I'm
but
gonna
I
watch it
understand-
all.
I 100% understand what you're saying because stuff is more interesting sometimes when it's people you know. But what I would need for people, what I would like for people in this sector to understand and know is that it's a lot of people that don't know us or don't know the people we be talking about. Therefore, if you ever want to expand out this sector, you're going to have to talk about things that's not within this sector because nobody don't know who the fuck. JP might think he's a hood celebrities, but he's not. Like, I know people that live in Detroit that don't even know who Anton Daniels is.
Me too. And there's
You know
two
what I'm
things
saying?
happening, right? There's the growing outside of the sector, and then it's also growing of the sector. And there's two things happening. People trying to grow out of the sector, and then there's people that's trying to grow the sector. I actually would want to do both.
Yeah.
I won't mind more people knowing about this space, but I would want to grow out from the space because a lot of time in the space it be having a lot of elitism and a lot of big dogging and
negativity.
shit like this. So I don't like being. I don't mind being I don't want to be a small dog. I'll be a medium dog, but I don't want to be a medium dog that don't got the potential. I don't want to block my potential to become a big dog. So I try to avoid situations. I was even in situations like that, but I try to avoid situations that stifle me and shit. You know what I mean?
This sector too crab in a barrel to grow. Everybody fighting for the same people, the same views. Every time a nigga get a little shine, he immediately come other people enemy and everybody enemy. It's like crabs in a basket type shit. And you can't.
That's why I fucks with it. That's why I fucks with a few people that been here before me that show respect and shit like that. Because now I feel more comfortable in growing because they not cock blocking me from growing, but they could also lace me up with sauce from before. Yo, how was the space? I could pick people brain and shit. That's what I think a lot of the older people who've been here is for. You could pick their brain and shit like that. But it's like I think it's like a relay. You're supposed to pass the baton so a person could take it to the next level type shit. You know what I mean?
And for any people that asking why I'm over here, if you go to my channel, I don't talk about, you go to a bunch of channels in this sector and go to my channel and you'll see my last 20, 30 videos and maybe 1 or 2 of them might be about something that's similar, that's a norm in this sector. So I come out and hang out because I fuck with some people. But yeah, so that's for the, cause I know there might be cross on, if it's all this and that, why you over here? Two things can exist at once. I can partake and fuck with the homies, but also don't find everything in this sector that they talk about every day to be the most interesting thing to me.
To be honest with you, bro, I don't like talking about the gender war topics as much as I like talking about the local shit that happened between us in the space. I don't know why. I love talking about that shit. Also the kids, nigga.
Shit, I like talking about. I was listening the other day when y'all was talking about animals and shit, and I was quite entertained.
By the way,
2 or 3 days ago, it's on the weekend.
By the way, shout out to Coffee Nino. He said, I see Team Per Capita and Not for Humans collabs are fire. Talent, information, saying it with your chest. Coffee Nino. What is Team Per Capita? I think you talking about Beachy. I thought Beachy was the Pretty Kitty Committee. You know what I'm saying? I did not know he was Team Per Capita. I appreciate you narratives. I appreciate it.
He might be talking about the pre-recordings.
What pre-record?
We be having pre-recording shows too. Everybody kind of keep it real on that.
No, he's talking about Team Per Capita and Not for Human collab. Yesterday he was saying Team Per Capita in the chat. I think he Beachy, where's Team Per Capita? Let me see.
How can you keep something real on something that's pre-recorded?
Yeah, you could keep it real on you could keep it realer on pre-recordings. You know why?
How?
This is why you could keep it realer on pre-recordings.
Pre-recorded, so it could be edited.
Because on pre-recordings, right? A lot of times when it's live, people be shows what it is in the building. A lot of times when it's live, people be more performative. When we pre-recording, a lot of times it's me, Giz, be streaming, next level. You know what I'm saying? We chopping it up. There's no audience. It's no none of that shit. We just literally chopping it up, just regular. This should be fun as hell, bro. But
and then what do you do after?
Right.
And then what do you do after? You
edit it and something at the end. It ain't much change.
We upload it. We ain't be doing too much editing or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't edit it.
Hey, Miss April Carter, what's up?
No, we don't. Yo, please, Is. As a matter of fact, go ahead, Is. Show some to the people, bro.
No, what? Oh, my bad. I apologize. If I'm on my computer, then I can't type in the chat. So I don't want nobody to feel like I'm disrespecting them and missing.
They're not gonna feel like. I don't think they're gonna feel like that, bro.
My bad. I didn't. My fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I agree with what Unc said about crabs in the bucket, right? You're definitely right about that, but it's worse now because the space is so saturated with that gender war bullshit. So it's even worse now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the space is really diluted from what it used to be years ago. Like after Kevin Samuels, it got really diluted and saturated. So
well, people like to bring up the gender war, but actually that's not even the most talked about thing. It's fucking race shit.
War. It's the race war.
Immigrant shit.
It's the race war.
Shit
it's
like
the
that.
Race war.
But y'all gotta remember, it's gonna be topics, bro. It's gonna be people gonna have topics to talk about. Whatever is the name of it, whatever is the topic of the day, people gonna talk about that shit.
We get it, but like people like to use gender war as the go-to thing. Where honestly, it ain't. It ain't. It's race banging.
The race banging is the most. It's the biggest money maker
I think the race
ever.
banging come with the season though. It come with like if it's a case, and it's kind of.
No, all you have to do is disengage.
Races in the case or something like that, and
always
the conversation are going to be like that.
It's always
there you go.
No, all you have to do is disengage with it.
Well,
or you can drag that one thing for 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Man, I fucks with her.
You don't have to talk about it.
But that's content creation. People do content creation for different shit. Some people trying to grow. So this is why I was saying earlier, Kwafi Nino was saying people let the chat dictate. You gotta let the chat dictate. I value not let the chat dictate, but the chat got more influence on my channel than people that hit the panel. Because a lot of people that hit the panel, it don't always be to contribute to the show. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, panelists is content creators. Panelists is people that got like the message that they're trying to push. But the chat is the audience that you really entertaining and talking to. You know what I'm saying? You actually need them more than the people that hit the panel and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The agenda that the chat got, they trying to hear what you gotta say, be entertained, probably clip you, troll you, whatever. But it's still your audience, and you can't neglect the audience, bro. As an entertainer, you can't do that shit.
But
I got a question though. When does content creation become content regurgitation and like a lack of creativity, like Brownie just said, and just a lack of creativity, a lack of originality, and content creation turns to content regurgitation. See, we got a lot. We don't just have content creation here. We got some, but we also have a lot of content regurgitation.
I think people just try to replicate whatever was successful. You know what I'm saying? If I talk about lighters and matches, let me see if I could talk about lighters and candles, or lighters and let me try to not go too far from what works so I could replicate it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, there's people who think artistically, and then there's people who think more mechanically, more mathematically, more like, you know what I'm saying? 1 and 1 is 2. Let me do that shit and keep doing it until it don't work no more. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's people that are obviously trying to get monetized.
Why not do
and there's
both?
other people that just don't care that much. I mean,
Always do both. Whenever there's a dichotomy, do both.
And look what Brownie said. Just one last thing. I'm gonna go quiet for a minute.
Whenever there's a dichotomy, do both.
Some of these motherfuckers just lazy.
But it's not just that. Yeah, when there's a hot topic that comes up, people have different perspectives on the topic. So it's not necessarily that people are not creative or they're trying to copy anybody. It is just something that's hot, that's in the algorithm that they want to talk about, they have an opinion about, so they might bring it to the show. But DJ, to answer your question,
2 shows, 3 shows, for 10 shows.
I mean, the news is gonna.
It works.
The news will do that too, though.
Right. I was gonna say the news will do that shit. Fox will stay on it, bro.
Yeah, you want to criticize ESPN? You want to criticize. You want to
we ghetto Fox,
about
we still like
talking about LeBron James. LeBron James left the Lakers. We're gonna hear that till he get on a new team.
And I don't like
and you're gonna still hear that after that.
I don't sit there with ESPN on for 24 hours.
Why he left?
And I don't watch that either. I'm not.
But that's why it's different.
But you talking about perspective, man.
But that's why it's different channels. If somebody look, Freezy is covering the Carmelo, you know that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is not gonna tune in because they're gonna probably wait until he cover a bunch of it and then go back and recap it. Yeah. Like when I see Freezy video with the Carmelo, you know what I do? I hit the like button and I keep it going because you know what I'm saying?
And that's my point. And I'm not saying about individuals. I'm talking about in a whole.
But
we get redundant, unoriginal, and regurgitate. Then you know what I'm saying?
There's people that's there's people that's tuning into Freezy to get updated from the Carmelo shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just because people watching it don't change what I'm saying though.
Can I ask?
No, not gonna change what you say.
But it's still happening.
Real quick.
But he's trying to serve his he's trying to serve his audience. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to I almost said customers, you know what I'm saying? But he's trying to serve the people who that's what they want.
Can I ask a real question?
Potato, tomato.
Tomato. He's the tabloids, basically. I mean, so that's
what would you suggest for you to just to keep it fresh? Come up with all the topics that you want to do, and just tell them however you want to do it, dictate it how you feel your topic should be, instead of letting the space dictate the topics and stuff.
Well, I don't believe in letting nobody dictate much. I do, so that definitely would happen. No,
Can
I
I
would
say
do
something?
topics that I find interesting, like I do. And if somebody want to watch it, they can.
But that's
If
the
they
thing.
don't, they
People
don't.
find the Carmelo shit interesting. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's
can
just
I-
like all the gender war topics. People come every day to listen to people talk about gender war every
Yeah,
day.
and that
People
says a lot
fall
about the
asleep.
audience.
People fall asleep on gender war, wake up on gender war, eat gender war.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, bro.
No, and you're 100% right. That says a lot about the intellectual capacity of the audience.
I find that gross and disturbing.
If you can watch the same shit every day over and over,
But
stir
that's what
fry
I
and
was
season
gonna
up the
ask. Could
same
I ask
way,
a question?
You need
Like-
to expand your mind, diversify your portfolio, and straight the fuck up. And this ain't no attack. It's just a fact. It's everybody across the board. Motherfuckers is simple and basic as fuck. I cannot do the same, watch the same shit every day, day after day, day after day after day after day. I lose my fucking mind. And if you don't lose your fucking mind, like DJ, I know you got a whole bunch of different interests. Motherfuckers, there's some motherfuckers out there with 1, 2, 3 interests, and that's fucking sad. That's deplorable. To have only like 3 to 5 things that you fucking get engaged in. That's fucking pathetic.
well,
and
actually,
fucking
I
sad.
disagree with
How the
that.
fuck you gonna
I
teach your
disagree with
children
that.
To be curious.
Well,
to
I
learn?
disagree with that though.
Yeah, but it's different spaces for that. You got to move around to quench your thirst on all the different topics.
I
if you
disagree with that.
If you
Can I say why?
coming over to DJ space for sports, you at the wrong fucking channel.
No, can
That's
I
the
just
same thing
explain?
like Gibbs, that's like going to Son, none of them channel. Y'all niggas would run from that shit. Every day is some, come on, bro. Every day is some shows with the DJ Genesis. No, every day is some DJ Genesis type topics about the aliens. Are we Egyptians or not? You know what I'm saying? And I've been part of that shit for the most part. I've been on YouTube. So a lot of that information, when I listen back to it, is like regurgitated shit I've been heard. You know what I'm saying? But people fuck with it till today. There's people that been in there.
So to answer your question, DJ, what's the problem with the space? The fact that you took my saying and you didn't give me credit, and then you won't let me speak to the chat. So that's what's wrong with this space.
Which saying that I took from you?
Enigma. And you didn't give me credit. So
the first time I said.
I'm on my Sharon Bracey shit, DJ.
No, but the first time I said Nigma, I said it. I heard it from your channel. And
this
just like how I forgot you said if I miss you, I ain't trying to diss you.
I give you
Like
credit on
I
that.
thought we share shit. I didn't know it was. You know what I'm saying?
I be on my Sharon Bracey shit, man. Come on,
Nah,
man.
if Sharon say one of my shit, I'm going to highlight that shit. I'm going to let everybody.
No, he take my shit
But I
off.
use some of your shit, so I don't mind you using my shit. This is why when I see you reviewing my member shit, you don't gotta ask, bro. Like I don't.
I'm gonna ask regardless, though. I'm gonna ask regardless.
I know you always do, but
It's
I
respect.
always be like, I'm not tripping, but I appreciate you for asking. You know what
Hey,
I'm
so
saying?
you made it.
But I'm
So
never
you
gonna trip on
came
for
up
no
with
shit
it.
like that, bro. We good.
Yeah, I came up with
Yeah,
Nigma.
Iz came up with Nigma because he tried to limit the profanity on his channel even
And
more
so
than
is
over
that?
here.
Are you still
But what I-
limiting people to say that, or is that a community term?
Nah,
all of a
you
sudden?
not.
Are you still
you're not gonna say
gatekeeping?
the N word.
Oh, see, are you still gatekeeping it? See,
Say the N word.
oh, see.
Leave everything
See.
Yeah, don't say the N. Don't.
So you're still gatekeeping it. You literally made up a new term and you're still gatekeeping it.
You can't say Nigma.
You literally made a new word and you're still gatekeeping
You have to
it.
say the N word, like dude.
Oh no! Listen to me, dog.
Because you know what?
You
You know what's
literally
crazy?
made a safe term, and I still can't say it.
Reason. If you was to go in a store and say, I don't like you N words, somebody's gonna still beat your ass, bro. So I don't think
I have walked all over. I've walked. You heard me. You heard me the other night. Wait, no. Stop. DJ, did you not hear me the other night? I've stopped on multiple continents in this world, and nobody's ever touched me for saying that word. And
I've said
it all over the planet. I've said it all over the planet.
You must have been around old white people saying that shit.
Hey man, I'm just telling him for his own good. He could do what he wants, but
If
now
you said it around me, I wouldn't do a goddamn thing to you.
No, to be honest, most white people.
I respect my freedom.
Yeah, most white people.
And I got shit to live for, and I love being out here, and I don't want to be in jail with no booty warriors, and I don't want the warrants for my arrest. You say that shit, I'm gonna look at you.
But most white people that say the N, if a white person say the N word around me, I'm not about to just beat their ass. Hell no. If they in my face talking crazy and they say the N word, then I might have to put hand, because they in my fucking solar system. They like in my shit right here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to lose my shit and be in the lockups having to raise super chats and shit so y'all to bail me out. Because somebody
You want to know the difference between? Do you want to know the difference and why I know you won't do anything? Because even if it was a man that looked just like you, I know you wouldn't do a goddamn thing. Even if it was a man that looked just like you, your twin, you wouldn't do a goddamn thing.
What are you talking about?
What's he talking about?
To be honest with you,
that's
I know
the fact.
Mexican
No, that's
people,
the
right?
fact that. No, that's the difference. That's the difference.
Wait a minute. I know Mexican people, right? And some of my partner, they use the Mexican slurs that we might joke on. They try to use it on each other as jokes to kind of like how black people use the N-word to you know what I'm saying, to ease the tension of that word. I'm never gonna call them none of that derogatory shit. You know what I'm saying? Just out of respect. And I let them know that I know they some of them is some YNs and I know they use the N-word, but don't call me that shit, bro. And that's just out of some respect. So if you can't do that shit, reason that show that you don't even respect the platform, bro. You're tourists to say the N-word override your respect for the platform.
You know for a fact that I respect this platform. Stop saying that. You know for a fact I respect this platform.
And Travel One, DJ said I can't speak to y'all in the chat, so leave me alone.
Nah, you could speak to them, but like coming on the panel whilst we talking to people in the chat that they ain't even sending no contribution. It's like I won't do that shit. I'm not gonna go on the panel and just cut the conversation and you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think you did it on purpose. This is why I don't take it personal or nothing like that. But I don't.
Travel One, that man never even sent $1. Travel One, the man never sent $1.
Travel One is a man.
It's a man. Whoa.
In my opinion, she is a man.
Travel One is not a man.
Travel One is a man.
I gotta be.
Travel One is a human. Travel One goes all over YouTube, this whole space or sector, whatever you want to call it, and leave messages, the same message on everybody's video. You make a video, how that textbook Travel One message start? It got a little.
Y'all gotta be careful who y'all flirting with, bro. I see that thing flirting with Travel One.
You can run your channel how you like. Blah, blah, blah. Travel One leave a message.
Is Travel One like Emma? Like the Emma, you know, Emma, everything is Emma now. That, you know, that's electronic messaging, right? Emma.
Travel One, like
notice that? Y'all ever do like purchase or something like that, and Emma respond back to you, be Emma Johnson or Emma May or Emma whatever? That's AI.
Travel One, Megan 3.0. Remember, you know that movie Megan about the AI robot? Yeah, that's what that motherfucker is.
Travel One gotta be somebody that we know.
Until I hear Travel One boys, that's a man.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's a safe way to play it. I cannot.
Travel One is a group of men.
Dang, bro.
A group of niggas.
Here you go. See stuff like this. Public comments, opinion. Be streaming versus Red Pill Ranger 2026 is here. What's different? Obviously, you can run your YouTube channel as you please. Your prerogative, you have to follow and steal the fact. Listen, I be on other people's channels looking at their comments, and I see that
same format.
Yeah.
It seems you're reading your own right now.
It don't
on somebody
fail,
else's
yo.
channel. Oh, you're reading your own.
Yeah, you said wait. You said Travel One is a transformative individual narratives? What?
Travel One may not be a man, but they are a lot of trans women who be in these chats I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You know why? Because put 2 and 2 together. If it's a space where it's man versus women, them niggas probably is like, look, I could come through and recruit a couple of niggas that willing to, you know what I'm saying, trade team.
Niggas in the sky.
Niggas in the sky.
Autobots roll out. Not today, Satan.
You have to study their chat patterns. But when you find them out, just point them out. Just point them out so let me know. You know?
I'm good. Hey, the rule of thumb is just keep it real basic with everybody and keep it real pushing. You know what I'm saying? If they don't come on cam, you don't know what they look like. You know
and over here,
if you like sword fighting, fuck with Travel One.
And over here, we ain't got no community hate. Live how you live, do what you do.
I love that.
But we not promoting them.
Yeah,
right. But we not. You know what I mean? We ain't wishing death upon you. You know what I'm saying?
There's no live, do what you do. But just listen. Don't listen. I'm old.
Just don't flirt with me. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Don't include me in it, right? Don't include me in it. That's all I'm trying to say. Just don't include me.
I might get hostile. You know what I'm saying?
Leave me out of that shit. Leave me out of that shit.
And I'm an antique. I'm a dinosaur. I'm a relic from the past. I'm old fashioned, but for some reason I'm old fashioned, and I prefer my chicks without dicks. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm a classic man. I'm ready.
DJ, I ain't that secure, DJ. I ain't that secure to be.
I'm retro. I prefer my chicks without dicks. I'm an old school nigga.
Look, I'm even older school. I don't even consider them chicks.
Oh no, right. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as niggas with titties.
Men with titties. Men with titties.
We'll get back on topic.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's hard
no,
to
thank
fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Oh man.
There's a lot of them out there in Houston now. I went down there.
Hey, listen, I did say that's not me flirting with you. That's that we'll always let you travel. It's actually an underhanded diss. But hey, listen, if you want to take it like that, take it how you want to take it. Shit, just don't flirt with me like DJs.
All right, keep talking about flirting. What was the topic?
What's wrong with this space?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing wrong with this space?
Okay, we've been talking about flirting, and there's no women.
You know what
up here.
I don't like in the space? I
There's
don't like
no
the
women up here.
I don't like the elitism in the space. I do agree that people who put in their work should get their respect and shit. But I don't believe it. We should put people above reproach and like, you know what I'm saying? The elitism, it fuels people on some tyrannic, narcissistic shit. I don't like that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Is it like subscriber supremacy elitism, or what does it look like to you when you say
subscriber supremacy? And I've been in the space longer than you supremacy a lot of times. You know what I mean? Mostly be time served and the subscriber supremacy. You know what I mean?
Because when I was in the Army, I got out as a staff sergeant. This is E6, right? Well, they had this thing where a person can become a staff sergeant in July. And the other guy, a staff sergeant too, but if that other guy been a staff sergeant for a couple of years, he had something called time served. So technically, he
ranked
you, but he don't, because y'all the same rank. But he tried to use that he been doing this longer to try to leverage over you. But in reality, like, nigga, you can't tell me what to do.
Ain't that kind of seniority
this shit today? We the same rank.
But so ain't that kind of seniority? Is that kind of like seniority and positioning though? You know what I'm saying?
Like, we the same rank, so it get weird. It get weird because you can't pump me. I'm a staff sergeant. You a staff sergeant.
You gotta get rowdy. Who wins wins.
So it gets real bad sometimes when the people are the same rank, but one was
you
one.
You gotta get rowdy, straight up fade. Winner wins.
So let me ask you this: you outrank a couple of people who've been there before you?
I outrank people that have been in longer than me before. That can become a problem too.
That do be that is a problem in this space too, bro.
No.
Like a lot of times,
who would you rather follow
because the
though?
thing about the space, what I notice a lot, even with entertainment, sometimes you might be entertaining people, but your juice pause might get a little bit stale after a while to where you gotta people always gonna fuck with a new thing that's coming through and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I don't think it's some shit that people
Yes, they
bro.
do. Yes, they do. And then I don't see there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
neither.
I don't care, but they absolutely do. Yes.
But a lot of people who been here, they do feel a way about that shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? And I done seen them do it to your platform too, is they'll come to your platform and try to like shrink you to remind is like that shit is crazy. And to me that shit stuns the growth of the space, because you want to give the new people space to bring in new shit to the space so it could grow and shit like that. These people be wanting this shit to stay stagnant, bro.
Fuck them.
Yeah, bringing that old shit, bringing old shit to new channels. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Well,
but I don't really trip on that shit though. I mean, I don't really trip on that shit to be honest with you. But it do be, you know what I'm saying? It do be certain times that people do be trying to stunt your momentum too. You know what I'm saying?
They see you have motion.
They'll see you growing. They'll see
they
you have
see
motion.
you have motion. That's what the youngins are calling it.
You know what
motion.
I don't like? I don't like when people
You're a rolling
not that
stone.
I don't like this. I despise this. I despise this shit right here. I don't like when people come through and talk against the business aspect
of what you're doing, right? Of what you're doing.
Bro.
Right? It's like, what are you doing?
Bro,
Like,
nobody's forcing people to spend money and do it. And shout out to Donald. I actually appreciate you donating, bro. Like, people literally would want to turn people away from donating, bro.
That's crazy as hell.
That's a high level of hating, boy.
Hey, you know, when I come over here, I'll be trying to encourage people to give you more money. Like,
same here. When I come through to your shit, I'm like, you know what? Let me, because I could send you the cash app. You could send me the cash app, but sometimes we send the super chat to partake in the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't understand that shit, bro. They literally be trying to turn people away from spending. I don't think nobody should send me their last. As a matter of fact, don't send me your last if you're not going to be able to pay bills and shit.
Hey,
but if you got a little bit extra, I appreciate
it. Show love. For facts. Show love.
You better put a.
Black love gonna be selling pussy next week.
DJ. Oh, I want to say something.
Wait. How did we get to selling pussy? What happened?
DJ, can I come up with something?
Oh Lord!
Yeah, the black lovers. I hope she spent her last, bro.
Can I come up with something?
She said she moved in with her mom.
Damn.
Can I come up with something? If you
Go
get
ahead, Reezuhn.
You got your hands raised up for that. I don't see why not.
if you get bounty enough, you bring up enough bread, and you're a good bounty, can you come up with your own bounty name?
What do you mean?
A bounty name, like a real outlaw. A real outlaw.
Yeah, you could name yourself. Yeah.
If I get bounty enough, you know what I mean. I bring enough bread, like I could obviously put my own name on my head.
Like a most wanted bounty list or something.
But they can't. If they're gonna put bread on my head, they have to call me by my name.
Some people should have time to bounty, yo.
That's fire.
Because I know they want them.
People like JP who interested in entertaining, but yeah, you get on people's nerves.
If they bring enough bread, enough bread.
Just made me think of another problem in this space, right? Look at shit like having the most wanted bounty list. That's something that we all could implement collectively and make it be a thing, but we don't do enough collective shit in the space that go across all channels. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be
we do
a thing
shit
right
like the
now.
bounty. Most people got the similar bounty prices. But I do think we should share more shit
You
in
never
the space
came up
and
with
not
the names, though.
Oh, you biting me. I don't like that shit. We should share shit across the space a lot of times.
No, this is your thing. Stop that. No, this is your thing right now. Nobody's come up with that.
Yeah, but somebody,
Keep it
a content
yourself.
creator that cool with me, like, if he implement this shit, I'm not gonna feel away because I fucks with Iz. You know what I mean?
Keep it to yourself.
That's why I never
This
give you a hard time.
This
when
is
you
something
do. I
that
just be
this
messing
is
with
something
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
cooked up
Bro,
on your
that's the
platform.
compensations for the even why, bro, because if I didn't rock with you, I would have tried to remix it, say, don't look like I'm saying your shit. You know what I'm saying? But just because I rock, I'm going to say compensation for the conversation. You know?
Yeah, I like that shit. That shit rhyme, nigga. You can't make a rhyme and then expect niggas not to use it.
Nah, he never. I don't care. I don't never trip. I don't care about that shit because I like some of the shit that DJ say too. That's why I said if I miss you, I ain't trying to diss you, but I always say, like, yeah, I like that shit. So yeah, it don't.
And I think
me.
more shit like they in the space.
When people
I think more shit like they in the space will be fun and make it be. Because a lot of people don't know about our space, but we could make them know about this shit. Because it is a fun space to be in when it's fun. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Stan? What's going on, Stan Autry in the building?
And shows with the Stan, he said that's not how or why military goes by date or rank. He said, what is this?
Retired Master Sergeant.
Okay. Comparing the military structure to YouTube politics is wild. I guess that's for you,
Yeah, niggas don't understand that just because you comparing something don't mean it's identical. But that's another YouTube problem. Another place that's wrong with this space is people redefining words, playing obtuse, and purposely redefining, misunderstanding shit.
So trying to be right. In other words, trying to be right. But
and you can't have conversations. Oh, and another problem is the lack of maturity. Motherfuckers say they want to have real conversations, but you can't.
Sometimes the lack of maturity do be fun, but a lot.
It's fun. It's for entertainment. It's for entertainment.
It is. No, they be lying. They be saying it's not for. They be saying they trying to have the real conversations. But
I don't believe you should believe that.
You shouldn't believe that.
Of course not.
No, you can't because people biased and they got to stand on what they saying, so it don't make them look like you was right when they trying to go against you.
That's a fact.
I had real conversations on panels that don't profess to be on the intellectual standard on this and that organically. Sometimes we having a real conversation that ain't even about the topic. The topic been discussed and we just chop it up because we adults. We gonna talk real shit. But advertising it make people come to perform like they smart. So they come with a suit and a tie and they try to perform intelligence, and that shit is corny to me.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm not talking about performing intelligence. I'm talking about when you say something that's real,
I'll run it.
And motherfuckers too busy trying to get the ooh, ah, gotcha moment when what you said, and they literally don't even try to hear you out and try to twist what you said before you even finish. Like, you can't even say something serious. Like, let's say you be like, you have a conversation and you talking to the ladies and you talking about when girls grow up and blah, blah, blah. And you said something like, yeah, man, my daughter started her cycle when she was 8.
I agree with you partially. These panels, bro,
that's biology.
We could have realer conversations offline than on these panels because you gotta watch what you say. Anything you say could be held against you.
Will be used against you.
Will be held against you.
You can't even talk about basic biology with these fucking Neanderthals. These fucking cavemen, these Cro-Magnon motherfuckers.
If I put a link in the chat, will you look it up? Oh, well, I mean, I'm just gonna put a link in the chat. Doesn't matter. Like, that was fucking, that was lame to even say. I'm gonna put a link in the chat.
Let me get you back your wrench because you ain't be saying the N-word. You know, man.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Debate with
and you got a new Scully on too.
Is that the dude from Hungover? Is that the dude from Hungover?
Hey, when I get in the house, I'm about to put him in the Hangover on poster.
In the movie poster.
Yeah.
He look hungover, you know what I'm saying? He look like he be drinking, you know what I mean?
Hangover.
Hey, good evening, brother.
Talking about the Wolfpack. What's up, Stan? What's going on? Stan the man.
Hey, man, salute everybody, DJ Witch Doctor. And I wasn't coming for wrong, right? Because that's been one of the things in the military, right? Just because you got the same rank means nothing. It means nothing. Unless you the NCOIC, E4 can tell us what to do, no matter what your rank is, right? And I was just trying to clear that up. It's the reason why to go from day to rank, because way back in the day, right? So when somebody gets taken out, everybody said, what's your date of rank? Because they got to have somebody to pin the tail on the donkey. I did 36 years, 2 months, and 25 days. So, I worked at RCent, sitcom, and all this other stuff. So I'm just telling you, it wasn't that somebody, because you're running into that. This person say, you can't tell me this because we the same rank. No, you're not. No, you're not. On paper, you're not, right? And I was just trying to clear it up. I ain't coming for you, brother.
I know what
you
you're saying.
cool, brother.
The time in service, it gets the person that's next up.
Yes.
But at the same time, if I'm an E6 and you're an E6, you're not feeling son me or little bro me because we still the same rank. Now
you should be sonning the little bro in anybody.
That's never worked with me. Never worked. And my first sergeant supported it. Never worked. Time of service is not a justification to punk somebody, especially in front of the soldiers. I'm gonna say, Sergeant, I did everything you did. You just did it before me.
Hey, even when I did my first sergeant time,
I got my promotion points, and I did everything, and I'm 100% qualified. And now just because a nigga did it a year before me, he gonna look down on me? Fuck no. And that's
what I'm telling you, even as a first sergeant, I couldn't look down on the private, staff sergeant, or everybody get dignity and respect. If anybody treats each other like that in the military, they're wrong.
So let me ask y'all this: when they prioritizing your ranking, right, in the army, right, in the military, do they prioritize like how long you've been in there, or do they prioritize like what do it go by? Do you got to do like some sort of test or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, would you outrank somebody just by being there longer? Would you outrank somebody?
You get your first 3 ranks automatically, as long as you don't do nothing stupid. Your first 4, all the way to specialist.
Let me answer this question.
Go ahead.
Because the military, they got the thing called keeping up with your peer group. So let's say if both of us start today, right, 2026, right, we go in at the same time, right, and Uncle's right. The first 3 ranks or whatever, man, you should be good as long as you keep your nose clean.
Yeah.
However, that's why a lot of people get kicked out. People talk about, I only did 5 years, 4 years. Bullshit. They got thrown the hell out. Yeah. However, I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do in the military is fall behind your peer group. So if I came in 2026 and let's say it's 2036, your peer group was all up at E5s, E6s, or whatever, and you still an E5, you gone.
No, you still an E4. Like if you're E5s or E5 promotables, you still an E4.
Right. Yeah, you fell behind your peer group, and that's how they get rid of the trash.
Yeah,
right.
They had a certain time frame where if you in a certain amount of years, you have to achieve a certain rank. If not, they'll put you out. Because you can't sit there stagnant and because in not achieving. Because clearly, if you ain't getting the next rank, you're not performing well.
Stand archery.
I never recommend.
Hold on, real quick before you jump in, bro. I have my hand.
Go ahead, Iz.
I just wanted to kind of stick real quick to what's wrong with the space. All jokes aside, I think that part of what's wrong with the space is that people who aren't really used to anything and don't really have any emotion in real life come up here and get popular for whatever reason at whatever time, and they think that that's actually a carte blanche for them to disrespect or belittle or overshadow other people. And I think that that's extremely corny and extremely whack as well. Like all jokes.
So you're saying it's because they're not used to it, they don't know how to like. It's kind of like a person with a crunk that ain't used to it. They always like fidgeting it, messing with it. But somebody comfortable with the crunk, they just got the crunk. They forgot it's on the head type shit.
That's a fact. I mean, do you disagree with that though?
I actually agree with it. I agree with what you're saying. Because a lot of people, they power trip on here, and it's a sign that in real life they don't got that much. They don't got no kind of power. They're not
Or
used to.
control. Right. And it doesn't make sense though, because we're all grown people paying our own StreamYard bill, our own bills, doing our own thing. And it's like, why do you want to try to run somebody else or control another grown person or to appear to? That's the weirdest thing ever to me.
You know what? You know what? I 100% agree with you now, because that is a direct sign that in your real life you don't got no power, no influence, or no control. That's why you so thirsty to make it look a certain way online. You know what I mean?
Some of these
I agree with that
motherfuckers
shit.
ain't never led nothing, ain't never had anybody listen to what they have to say or care what they have to say. It's their first time they got people leading on their only every word, and it's intoxicating, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? But they let it get to their fucking head because it's just fucking YouTube. Like, who really listens to you that fucking matter? Like, if people listen to you in real life, like, do your family come to you? Do your friends come to you for advice? Do you got a woman or any kids that come to you for advice? Any younger brothers or your cousins that come to you for advice? These motherfuckers be lacking that. It's the first time their voice is getting heard and gets some respect put on their name. And you can tell when nobody never had that happen before. Usually if you play sports, I don't know, I got a kind of personality where if I don't know, people always come to me for shit. I don't know. I'm not a background player. I never been a background player, so I ain't never have to.
I've been a background player only because I grew up in a house with my dad, so he's the man, but I'm still a man, and he never made me feel like I'm no bitch. As a matter of fact, my dad would be disappointed in me if he heard I let a nigga hold me out, bro. Dead ass, you know what I'm saying? So that's I was raised like this. I don't feel threatened, or I don't feel the need to like dominate another person's shit. If I fucks with you, I'm gonna help you not let other people dominate your shit, because I want to see you, you know what I'm saying? So you could be a better alliance to me and shit. So you could have your shit popping. You know what I mean? Like I don't like shit like that. To me, it's too out of art and out of pocket.
Can I speak on that? Can I speak on that for a second, real quick? When a couple people or a few people, it doesn't have to be a lot, but a few people are looking up to you, and like you have to be that guy, and then all of a sudden something happens and then you handle it, but then the next day they don't respect you. Like what happened? Like I could have sworn I handled that, and all of a sudden, like, where did that respect go? How many times do I have to do that? How many times do I have to do that for you to respect me?
Respect. Wait a minute. Respect is something that is earned through consistency.
Oh, so
if you
how
consistently
many
a certain type of way, you wait a minute. If you consistently a certain type of way, people gonna respect you for that, because pattern recognition on a subconscious level, they subconsciously recognize you to be this because they seen you do this consistently.
When we handle business,
the sun rise every day, you expect the sun to rise, and you respect that the sun gonna rise because it's consistent. You know what I mean?
When we handle business, how many times do I have to handle business before?
It depends, bro. It depends on the business. It's not a black and white thing. To me, you just gotta consistently be a thing and embed that shit into who you be, and you'll be respected for that shit. You know what I mean? But you can't do it one time and expect all the respect for it. You might get temporary respect, but you gotta be consistent to be respected for some shit.
All right.
Yeah, I think. What made you come up? I'm just curious. What made you come up with this topic today, bro?
Because it seems like a lot of things about the space is mad stagnant, right? And the bigger people in the space, they're not changing anything or pushing the envelope. However, they run into new people, and they, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to do whatever they was doing 2.0 on the other people's shit. And it's like, yo, help that person to grow, or push that person to grow into something different. It's like, I'm DJ Witch Doctor. Unk be streaming and Reezuhn star channels, and I going around to make them shit be DJ Witch Doctor 2.0. We ain't growing. We just duplicating the same exact shit. It's stagnant. You know what I mean?
So what kind of things do you think? Now I heard you when you said, "Yo, if we
Are
if
you
we
open?
kinda,
Are you open?
hold on real quick,
No.
fam.
Are you open to
hold on.
ideas?
You
Are
can't
you
hear me?
open
You
to
gotta just
ideas?
no Reezuhn. Let him
Yo,
finish his thought,
you can't hear
Reezuhn.
me? So I heard you when you were saying that like if we all kind of push certain ideology, and not necessarily ideology, but certain points, certain talking points that we have amongst us, and we kind of uniform with that and kind of give each other, you know what I'm saying? That's our thing, our particular sector thing.
Like a
you know what I'm saying?
culture. Like
Yeah,
a,
like call. So what other things do you think will be helpful as far as pushing our space forward?
I think
Can you listen to me?
wait, you gotta just know you could give your suggestions too. I do think a lot of people should make room
I can
for
hold a
newer people.
platform. I can hold a
You know what I'm saying?
a debate platform.
Go
I can,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I can hold a debate platform.
So are we talking about you, or are we talking about?
Debate platform?
So that's about you, or is that about the space?
Because somebody's
It
doing
can
that.
be
People are
whatever
doing
you want it to be. You can make it about me, or you can make it about y'all. Don't ask me questions that you don't want to hear. That was a weird question to say.
I think another issue is
I offered you something good. Why are you being negative?
Expanding the space. I think the space is kind of too small too. It's a lot of channels now.
No, I'm
You know what I'm
offering
saying?
you
So a lot of
something
people
positive. Stop
clash
being
with each other.
negative.
There's a lot of shit going on in the space. I do think it need expanding though.
How do you, yo,
No,
so
you can have a positive
people-
debate space where
Some
there's
people-
actual moderators and everything.
That's somebody's doing that. They've been doing that.
No, we could no.
Oh wow.
But then you just said you guys wanted to do that. You can do it.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want
Then
to
what
do
the
that.
fuck do you
We
want to do?
definitely
Then?
don't want to do that.
Then what the fuck do you want to
DJ
do?
Witch
Then?
Doctor and I absolutely don't want to do that.
Because then, other than that, what the fuck do you want to do? It sounds lame.
Hey, so what y'all think in the chat? What some people said they have
Why
some
the
stuff
fuck
in the chat.
would you
I
ask
think
the
DJ
chat? I'm asking you guys.
Early on,
You're the
people
head
were saying
leaders.
different stuff in the chat because I did before I gave any of my suggestions, I was just highlighting what they said. What you talking about, Reezuhn? You gotta realize a lot of times some shit y'all might be thinking is entertaining is not, because I could see the numbers going up and down. So I could tell when some shit is not entertaining to the people or not interesting to the people. You know what I mean? But I do think it should have more like collaborations and shit, but the space do need to expand though. I don't see nothing being done to make this shit expand on some.
I think for the space to expand, honestly, people gotta take the hit, but they don't want to take the hit because I get it. A lot of people do this for the bread.
All you have to do is look at my
hit,
app.
I mean, start worrying about what people in this space like. Because if you worry about what people in this space like, the only people gonna watch it is people in this space. You gotta make content for people outside the space, because there's more people outside the space than in the space. You're gonna take a hit for a while. You're gonna lose some people in this space. It's gonna take you a while to get the people from the other space. But you have to crawl before you walk. And oftentimes, it's just like when you work out. You gotta break and tear your muscles down first, and then they build up and get bigger. So every time you work out, you literally destroying your muscles.
No, actually,
But let me finish
no,
my
actually,
point.
Bro,
one,
let
there's
this man
one
finish,
day.
bro. You, bro. Let a sober mind finish, bro.
So you're gonna have to tear down the muscles of your channel, and I know people don't want to ostracize they key people, but if they fuck with you, they'll fuck with you when you talk about anything. But the only way to get the space to grow or to expand your shit is to not just give these people what they want, because what these people want ain't what the majority of people want in the world. The honest truth, the majority of people in the world ain't interested in the shit we talk about here.
You know what's crazy? I got people that watch this show, but they ain't on YouTube. They watch it on their TV and shit just because they know I got a channel. And even though they don't know these people, they be entertained by this shit. Like when I see my partner, he's like, yo, what the fuck do y'all be on, bro? You know what I'm saying? So other people, if they bear witness to this space, bro, they'll be hooked, bro. I'm telling you, bro. People,
a lot of drama, a lot of storylines, a lot of drama, a lot of storylines, a lot of evolving things, a lot of things that interconnect into other things one way or another. But yo, so let me ask you this though, do you think that because we've had this conversation before, not you and I, but in the space, do you think that because we're on panels in these boxes, it limits the amount of creativity or the amount of, you know what I'm saying? Because DJ, like if you look back at your catalog, you've done a lot of innovative shit already. That already innovative shit. I looked at my catalog, I'm like, God, dog, I was doing shit that nobody else was really doing, especially with Teddy P, the shit me and Teddy P was doing, all that shit, what nobody else was really doing before anybody else was doing it. But it's like you know, you got to keep pushing it forward. You got to keep reinventing yourself. You got to keep pushing the envelope. Do you think it's a limitation because of these boxes?
I do think it's a limitation to panels. That's a whole fact. Because like, for example, this nigga be streaming, he good with editing and filming shit, right? The shit that we could do offline and upload it would trump all the shit we could do. Because remember, we live on these panels, bro. A lot of people don't realize it, bro, but we doing live production. We not like the people who do this shit and get a bunch of time in the world to make it perfect before they edit it. We on stage, we're live. We not in the studio. We can't go back and edit it. No, we on the stage. So I do think we had a limitation for being live. It's just that I think our space is the live space, and we gotta figure out how to do like uploads, and that'll bring more people into our space, the uploading and shit.
The upload, yeah. But I ain't gonna front though. Is it addictive for you? Like I can't, like if I miss, like I've been doing my summertime schedule, spending time with my son, and yo, I'll be tripping. Like when I miss a day, it feels like it feel weird as hell. Like it feel weird. Like a lot.
Bro, one of these nigmas is gonna hit me up and be like, damn. As a matter of fact, Sunday I'm chilling with my girl. And no, shout out to Keon. I ain't trying to put you on. Ain't no shit really. I ain't trying to put you on blast. I'm chilling with my girl. I hear a message. I look at my shit. Somebody, Keon is like, "Damn, no live tonight." I feel bad. You know what I mean?
Are you going live? You going live?
I was like, "Damn, should I fire it up and leave somebody up there?" I actually felt bad because I feel obligated. No, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying we got people should ignore their core fans and they people that fuck with them, but the only way to grow is to create some shit for people outside of them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because you just gotta take that leap of faith, walk off that plank, and you gotta tear the muscle down for it to come back bigger and stronger. So you gotta start slowly adding in content that's the polar opposite to what these niggas over here like.
I don't know about the polar opposite.
So that's the only way you pull in other people. But everybody interest ain't the same.
But you gotta have adjacent people.
Wouldn't watch none of this shit.
But bro, if I got a weed dispensary and I want to diversify, I'm gonna sell tobacco product because that is smoke, that's weed adjacent. Like I'm not gonna go.
Right, you got you're gonna make some bongs or some rolling papers. You know
can't
what I'm
do that.
But I'm not about to just sell tacos. Like that's
you have to have a tobacco license.
Y'all can throw in something slightly different. I ain't saying change all the content. Like once a week, something that's off this sector topic.
I've done that, but this is what I want to ask you. I've done that, but I want to ask you this, right? Because what does Dollar Washer said it. What does replenish? You said if you he said if you replenish, what did he say? If you republish, what does that mean? If you republish your own content, what does that mean? And then I was trying to understand from you. So how do you reason switching it up, doing an about face? Like, because really the truth is, even though this is entertainment, you getting a piece of DJ, whether he want to admit it or not. You getting a piece of DJ. When you come to my show, you getting a piece of me. Like we probably emphasize certain things, but this is really our personality and really who we are, just in different areas, right? So So it's like if you talking about totally doing something different, that's
Give
not
another piece
really
of
what
you.
we.
Don't you got more pieces?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, that's my point. Show us
Right,
another side. One day, one show, and then kill you.
But no, we do that.
We do that. And
As a
then
man, look at tonight. What are we talking about tonight? Tonight, look, bro, you got to remember our space is built on gender conversations. Everything else we talk outside of that shit is us stepping out of the box. Every single thing, even when people talk about politics, race, all of that is literally stepping outside of the box. You know what I mean?
And I ain't saying nobody not doing it. I'm saying that's only way growth gonna work. If you only making shit for the people that's watching you, no one else is.
But I would say this though. I would say this though. It's better when you're doing that. It's better to do it as pre-recordings and uploads. Because look at this, YouTube Lives is for the people who already subscribe to you. Uploads, they push uploads in the eyes of new people. Uploads and shorts go in the eyes of new people. But long form content and lives, only your people that subscribe to you is notified about that shit. So you actually low-key do gotta feed them the shit out of the space because it's live. That's what you're feeding your. So I think your uploads it'll be venturing out and shit. You know what I mean?
Your different topic name might pull in other people. When you gotta, let's say you don't talk about something different, and you name your shit some shit that none of the other topics. People, it's gonna be some people that gonna go type that topic in. And they're gonna be like, yo, who's this guy? He talking about this shit I like.
And that's why is easy to do that when it's pre-recorded short form content. If I go right now on my homepage and I hit live, it's gonna prioritize the people I'm already subscribed to, and then it's gonna show other people adjacent to them. Then right now I'm seeing Chaotic Truth. I'm seeing Dane Calloway. I'm seeing shit that is closely relating to our space in some shape or form. Mostly I'm seeing Black YouTube. And now I'm scrolling more. Now I'm seeing meditation, low, because my girl listened to like, you know, she be on the yoga shit and shit like that. Now I'm seeing all of that shit. But for the most part, it's showing me AM. It's showing me Minister Jap. It's literally showing me people that's adjacent to our space type shit. The Goat Taz, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna show that shit because your live is pushed to people who's already subscribed to you, and uploads is pushed to newer people because a new person would click on a short form content more than they would click on some long form content to somebody that they don't even know. You know.
Well, lately people been doing this thing because I do it a lot now. I go on YouTube and I hit the live, but the live option, and I just want to see who live. So it could be a person just want to see who live. You live talking about some shit that they fuck with. They're like, yo, click. That's how you get new blood. You know what I'm saying? You know if you do a Tepper, Tepper show,
I bet you get more new people from shorts and uploads than live.
The only way, no, I understand it's the only way.
That's a fact.
I ain't saying it was the only
Sometimes
way.
people who subscribe to me be like, damn, I didn't get the notification. I didn't know you was live. Much less the people who don't know about you, they definitely not getting the notification.
You get smothered out the algorithm. Like you said, we're just a small section of YouTube. So unless you're really popping something that's really popping in the algorithm or doing like DJ's doing, which I don't, is what do you call it? What's that shit? The dual streaming, that helps a lot too when you're doing vertical and horizontal. Yeah, that helps too with the numbers. So,
like I said, I'm a struggle streamer, so I just know how I find and watch people.
The link is in the chat.
The link command not working.
Yeah, the link is in the chat.
Oh, the link command is working. Look, Sock Passe just did the link command. The link is in the chat.
Link is in the chat.
DJ watching endless yoga. Downward dog. You know what I'm saying? Downward dog in some yoga pants. That should look good. You know what I mean? Even if they got a flat. I think I need to start doing that yoga shit too, bro. I think I gotta start fucking stretching because I've been exercising. Sometimes I should be fucking stiff.
I just know I find new channels every day, and it be like just clicking live. Like fuck it, why not? You know.
I be finding a lot of the white people channels, right? And I be going over there and they be showing love. But as soon as I start doing this space type of shit, trying to troll, trying to instigate people, them niggas get rid of you. They don't even be playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Also the Chinese Bracy, you know what I'm saying? AKA Asian Bracy. Also the Asian Bracy. And
that's a little better because I'm not in China right now. I'm in Thailand.
International Bracy. International Bracy.
Yeah, I like that. I'm in Thailand right now, watching the kids in the pool.
He taking the rim bros on tour. Rim bros on tour. What do you think is the biggest problem in the space, Sharon?
Men.
I think the biggest problem is that we don't know how to work together and capitalize off of all our talent. We too busy infighting, just building up our own culture. We have a bunch of dope, talented people that can do really good commentary, funny in their own different ways, and they can relate to people in their own different ways. And if we was to actually really put our egos aside and work together, our space would be one of the biggest spaces on YouTube, in my opinion.
You know, I can't even argue with that shit, bro. I can't even argue. I don't know what's the main reason for the infightings.
The audiences.
The audience.
Because even think about it, when all three of us was collaborating, and then certain audience members would come to this creator or that creator. Why you work with him? Why you work with him? Why y'all got her? You know what I'm saying? And then other people's like, it was dope. But then the audience is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times is the one that be slicing it up.
I would say the audience do that, but I don't listen to the ass, because when they saying some shit, the numbers don't drop. They still be watching. So I don't, because people watch shit that they like and shit that they don't like, but shit that they indifferent to, they just don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? So I do think even though we had our differences and we be going back and forth, I think our audience like that shit, bro.
Make it dope. Make it interesting.
And I think that's where the ego falls on, because the audiences falling in love and falling out of love with us, falling in support, out of support with us. It don't really matter, because they're gonna just go to another. They're gonna go from me to Iz, and then from Iz to DJ, and they're gonna be going back and forth. When Iz get on their nerves long enough, they're like, I don't mess with him because he don't do X, Y, Z to pertain to me. Like, you're not pertaining to the world. You trying to pertain to the world, and their ego is so strong that they think that you're supposed to pertain to just them. They send you $5 in 5 months.
But I ain't gonna hold you. If you advertise, let's say I advertise myself as pro-black, right?
Yeah.
Now my audience expect me to appease to them. So if I go one day and say all lives matter, then I can't fault them, because the spell of because consistency is like, it get people on that spell. Like, I understand this pattern is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. The first time is 2, 3, 4. It's gonna fuck people up. This is what I be noticing. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking to that.
If you do that, right, I think you just got to be to explain it very well what your position is, and understand that you're not going against the grain of your original foundation, but also for this, whatever this thing is, will make you say that new version of it that's kind of seemingly contradiction. You got to be explain that position, understand that this position is actually outside of my foundation. This is just one incident, and I feel that in this situation, all lives matter, for example. But mainly, you pro-black. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Look, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, in mass, a lot of times people don't give you that grace in mass.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, DJ, and that's one of the other problems with this space.
It is.
They don't allow us the room to be able to be that multifaceted person that
I agree with that. They
typecast us into these one positions and pigeonholes.
But you don't have to let them, though.
Right. No, that's
right.
true.
You gotta take your L.
But look at what you can do by being consistent. You could accidentally make them assume that's how you're gonna be just from your consistent. It don't even mean you trying to do that shit. You know what I mean?
But then once you realize that's what it is, it's at that point where you gotta be like, do I want to continue to let these people make me be who they want me to be, or am I gonna risk losing them and be who I want to be? And a lot of people be afraid of that part. That's what get.
But how could you transition?
Just
and grow without people thinking that you
phony, fake,
you
grifted.
phony, you grifted, like because they don't allow you. They don't allow you to do that shit around.
If they think that, then they the problem.
I want to get into that part right there.
They don't allow you to be multifaceted.
And I think that the real issue is not the audience when it comes to that part. I think that's when we are the content creators. We don't let other content creators grow. And we'll use that, oh, you see that? And we'll try to use that as a way to discredit another content creator. And I think that's where the issue is. Then once a content creator do it, and then now his audience do it, and then now it starts a train of other people following that train as well. You know, it almost happened with, it's a bunch of content creators, like with the Corey Holcomb fight situation. A lot of people had to pick a side instead of just it was not able to be down the middle, right? In that situation. It's like either
I stayed down the middle. They was trying to make me not be
right. He was either Glazer or he was an anti-hater. They was like forcing him. I was both. Yeah, he was both on all sides. And when we fought, it's hard to explain it.
But that's what I'm saying. Sharon, but they call us fence riders. When we do that, they call us fence riders, right? And the truth is, be streaming. The truth is, in this space, it's better to be hot, really hot, or really cold than to be balanced in the middle. That's really the absolute truth about it, right? And part of the stagnation that you're talking about, DJ, is guys like us, you and me. We're not gonna Sharon, right? Sharon is more polarizing than us, right? So his numbers are gonna. Most of the time he leans towards
Sharon,
one
you
side.
are. Come on,
Right. You lean towards one side, and it's not a dig or a diss. I'm just talking, right? DJ and I really kind of lean towards the middle. So a lot of people, especially in this space, don't really like that. That we
us that lean towards the middle, we'll get more traction by entertaining, polarizing people and and keeping them on the and balancing them out on the panels than actually being the polarizing people. But Sharon, you are a polarizing people. This is why I could see a lot of people even inviting you to do shows and shit. I think you got a lot of dope insight, but I do think on face value, I see you as your face value is a polarizing guy. You know what I'm saying?
So, but the thing is that I'm not doing it to be that. That's really my thought pattern and my actual true thought about whatever the situation is. And so,
but Sharon,
when we,
you know what? Let me just say this one thing, Sharon. When I say you're polarizing, like we could tell that it's different aspects of Sharon, right? But your polarizing aspect is just an extreme version of you. From knowing people outside, we know that most people are not extreme. That's just an extreme. I could say the extreme part is fucking. He's flashy. His name is Israel Mills, but he don't even talk. That's not the most shit he talk about. I could say I'm gonna be streaming. He fucking crashes out. That's, you know what I'm saying. We could all take the extreme parts of each other and identify with it because it's easier to define because it's extreme. But shit that is more gray area, it'll take more to explain it. And this is why I think your polarizing part is just an extreme version of who you are. I'm not saying that you're not balanced on other shit, but the extreme version of you is gonna stand the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Like people think I be gender banging, but they go to my channel. I don't even talk about relationships or any gender topics remotely at all. And but I know if I did, my views would be better. If I just got on there and banged on women, my views would be better. But that's not who I am, and that doesn't interest me. It's literally not interesting. I'd rather talk about a zombie apocalypse, or hunting in the woods, or skinning fucking animals.
Bro, extreme shit is just easier to understand and explain. The nuances in the middle, it takes minding out. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying, DJ, is that like when I wasn't attempting to be in a streaming situation, I still had those views. And so I understand you saying that I'm I'm not being extreme on purpose. This is just really my personality.
Bro, let's say you take 1 hour, let's say you do a 1 hour show and you was extreme for 10 minutes and you was balanced for the rest, people is gonna remember the extreme because it's just easier to, it's just stand out more. You can't help it. People gonna always when people talking about me, they might say something about, I don't know, like I'm high or I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? People gonna just take whatever extreme shit they could take from you. It's just easier to identify with, you know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is that once we start putting that label, that's what takes away from us being able to grow as content creators and have different opinions, because now people think that I'm just being extreme just to be extreme. That's like my character on YouTube, and that's not how I am in real life. If me and Iz was sitting down, we probably we 100% will argue the same way how we do in these panels. Because me and him just think that way. We have a lot of things that we agree on 100%, and we won't even talk about those things because we already know we agree on those things. Exactly. We'd rather challenge each other, play chess verbally, and you know, and all those things. We'd rather do that and play that kind of mental chess with each other. And we'll be passionate, veins popping out of our head as the same exact way we do live on the stream. And people will look at us and think that we playing a character, and it's really not a character. It's really our core values, and we enjoy the verbal discourse and the challenging of the minds and seeing it if possible, the other person actually have a point that we could concede to. Like, you know what? I did not see that angle before. I still don't agree with you, but I'm glad that you brought that angle up because I was not aware of that angle before this conversation.
Let me ask you a question though. How do you reason though when you say that? I'm just curious. How do you reason the whole Rim Brother thing, right? Because and you know, not trying to be funny, but when you introduce that kind of label on other people and then cast that on people, but then say, hey, I don't like when I'm labeled and you're typecasting me. How do you rationalize that?
Because they not able to position, they're not able to communicate why I am that type label. I'm able to position whoever's a Rim Brother, and when they say, hey, I'm not that, and I say, hey, it's because you did X, Y, and Z, right? And then now we have a discussion where, no, I disagree with your X, Y, and Z. Maybe I got X, Y, but not Z, or I disagree with Y, Z, I got X. And then we can have the conversation that way. But majority of the time when people are attempting to put a label on me, they cannot actually explain their position on why I'm in that label.
But we can communicate it. It's not even hard. You just don't agree with it.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
It's not hard to communicate why people feel that way about you.
Why are you speaking mathematics?
He just don't accept.
Yeah, but it's not remotely hard at all.
Right. Yeah.
A third.
So what are you saying? So what are you saying? I'm typecast as what? And explain it.
First of all, you're a cannibal. You're a man that hates man. You devour man. You eat man. You're a cannibal. You're a hater of man. I don't know what man did to you, but you're a hater of man. That's why you call guys that support man a lover of man as an insult, because you are a hater of man. Lover of man wouldn't be an insult if you weren't a hater of man. No matter what the angle of the situation going on in, you find a way to make the man a bad guy, and you talk bad about men as if you're not one yourself. So how can you say men do this like you women too? But some kind of way you talk bad about men and then you go like this and pull yourself out the equation. That shit annoying as fuck. So it ain't hard to now you might not agree with none of this, but it's not hard to address it.
So and I could explain that position. So if I am talking about a deadbeat father, I'm a father, but I could take myself out of being a deadbeat father because I'm not that. So it is just that simple. So when I'm talking about men moving in a certain direction that I disagree with, I take myself out of that because I'm not moving in that direction. I don't communicate that way, and I do not treat whatever that situation is in that same manner. So therefore, I remove myself from that same talking point. And it's very easy to do that if you are strong in your foundation. I'm like this, they are like that.
But that's a particular example, and I like how you did that. And we see a lot of that on YouTube, where people bring a specific example that I agree with that. I could tell that you're not a deadbeat dad. However, the stuff you be talking about ain't nothing just as clear as that you can pull yourself out of. A lot of the stuff you be bagging on men about, it ain't as easy to separate from like that. But I like how you did that, because you're right on that. And that's what people do. They'll create one, they'll tell a story and they have to agree with, and then the slow people in the chat will be like, he right because he right about that, but that's not the entirety of your attacks on men.
So, what I'm saying is that yours was vague, right? So hold on, yours was vague, and I'm giving you perfect examples how I'm taking myself away from other men that I'm talking about, right? You said I just hate men. And so what I'm saying is that I dislike the men that are deadbeat dads, right? That's one. Number two, I could talk about the fitness part of men, right? I go work out, I go run, I do yoga. People used to try to tease me because of that. I attempt to eat healthy. People try to tease me because of that. So those are another 4 different things that I am separating myself from other men that's not willing to put in those kind of works. And I can keep going down examples, right?
I'm glad you said that.
So what I'm saying is that I'm giving exact examples of why and how I'm separating myself, and not just blanketly separating myself and saying that I'm better than other men. What I'm saying is that I'm putting in more work than a lot of the men that I'm talking about.
And I'm glad you said that, because you will talk about that over and over and over and over, but won't talk about the simple CDC stats that way more women are obese than men. You won't mention that because you got to get your super chats, but you will talk about the obesity of men 39,000 times. Hence why I said you accountable in the hate of a man. But you
no super chat slander. No super chat slander. Get your super chat.
And this is when it becomes unfair, right? Because now you're saying because I'm not talking about what you want me to talk about. I'm talking about.
I didn't say that, and I didn't say you would agree.
You did, because you said because look. Let me explain it. Because you said that I do not talk about the CDC that talks about women, right? So because I'm not talking about what you think is supposed to be fair, that makes it means that I'm being a man hater. But no,
that's not what made me think you're a man hater. That you're not talking about what I want to. That you only talk about men.
Right, because I am one, so I don't talk about women. Right, so again, you want me to
you a man? Why do you talk bad about men?
Right. So when I'm
talking, why do you hate men so much? What did men do to you?
So and again, I don't agree with the.
But see, I don't agree. Come on, that's unfair. Let him just get it out, man.
I don't agree with the premise that I don't like men. Me pointing out the things that are degenerate about our agenda is not me hating them. That is me pointing out a very specific
all degenerate behavior. I point out all degenerate behavior. You point out male degenerate behavior, hence a cannibal. A man only pointing out bad shit men do is a fucking cannibal, bro.
It is not. That is not true at all.
Men so much? What did they do to you?
Again, what I'm saying is that is not true.
You're not gonna agree with it.
I don't understand. Like, just
am I making this up? Help me out. Am I making this up?
Let me just say this.
I don't want to be the only one attacking because you're making like I'm a hater.
No, I don't like that conversation.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, you good.
But your premise is that I'm not doing what you do. Because I'm more focused, and you saying because you are more, I'm on this side and that side, means that you are not cannibal. So I guess you're just a cannibal of everybody, right?
Well, can I say this real quick?
I'm very, and that's fine, and that's fine for me to say. But what I'm saying, I'm more.
And I appreciate you is for the super.
So look, can I say this real quick, DJ, just real fast? So Sharon, honestly, this is a prime example of what we're talking about, because the truth of the matter is, Uncle Streaming is really articulating himself well, right? He's telling you exactly the things that you say and the things that you do that make him see it the way he does. But because you don't agree with it, you are finding ways to explain it away as if we don't all see a variation of the same exact thing. So the thing of it is not that we can't explain it to you. Like we said in the beginning, is that you reject it and you don't want to accept it, and you just go with what you want to say and how you want to feel rather than what we all see, to different varying degrees, because I don't agree with everything that Uncle Streamer said, but there's pieces and nuances that I do agree with.
And so, but this is the issue. So I'm not explaining it. I'm giving you legit reasons why I'm doing each different thing. Right? It's explainable of why I'm doing that position. And I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying, hey, I'm doing it because I see a issue with this part. He see a different issue. If I'm having, so for example, we used to take it off of men and women. And we was having a conversation about cars, and I was talking about how horrible Fords are. And then he said, well, you could talk about another American car like Dodge. That is what is happening. Like, you want to talk about Dodge and Ford and their problems, that is cool. I don't want to talk about Dodge and Ford. I only want to communicate about Ford is what I'm saying. And Ford meaning
well, hold on, no. And let's just use his analogy, right? That's fine, but then you can't say that he's not substantiating why he believes that you're prejudiced against the Dodge and the Chevy, right? Because you only want to talk about Ford, and which is what he said. You know what I'm saying? Which gives the impression that you have something against, right? Which we all know that perception equals a certain level of reality.
Because I'm not saying that's what you're doing, you should do.
And that's the issue that I have is right there, is that it is a perception and not the truth, right? And just because I don't speak about the other side doesn't mean that I don't have any situations or believe that they need some kind of help. I just don't believe I'm the person to help that side. So if I look at it as with the analogy, right, that I'm a Ford plant person. I don't have no business talking about Dodge. I know everything about Ford and what they're doing. I know the ins and outs of that because I was from the janitor all the way up to the CEO type of thing. Like I moved up the ranks in that form. So that's why I don't want to talk about Dodge.
No. All that said, though, it's straight cap to say that we can't properly express what we see wrong about you. That was the problem. Because I know how to speak coherently. I speak the Queen English. And I said what I said, and it was very, very understandable to anybody, to a fourth grader. So the whole concept is that we can't properly express why we don't. You start off by saying we can't properly express why we think this about you, and that's categorically false. Because I properly express. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but it was completely, coherently, clearly, and concisely expressed.
And also, it was also the Queen's English. It was also a perception, not the truth. That's what is the issue that I have with it. And I think Iz was able to explain it properly. That it's a perception of who I am because I don't talk about it, and I can accept that it's a perception, but that doesn't mean that it's actually that thing.
Sherrod, I would like to say, I would like to say, I appreciate the work that you're doing. I appreciate it. And it's a reason why I appreciate it. The reason why I appreciate it, I look at content creators such as you as a filter, like an air filter. If you ever look at the definition of an air filter, it's a device made of porous or fibrous material designed to trap airborne particles, pollutants, and contaminants.
Who's talking?
When you spill out that rhetoric, what happens is those females that are not good for good men get trapped in that particular filter, and those are women that
ain't fit to be a wife.
Hold on, I got you. Before you go, Sherrod, let me just say this, right? The whole thing about truth versus perception, right? You're the only person that knows the quote unquote truth of or the intention behind what you do and why you do whatever you do, right? None of us would be able to speak to your intentionality or why you're doing what you do or what you actually feel inside in your motivation, right? We only could speak from the perspective of what we see and how it impacts whatever we got going on, right? So at the end of the day, that's what we was talking about the other day on another panel, just subjective truth, which I don't believe is a thing because truth can't be subjective; it has to be universal, right? But so that's a more deeper conversation. But the thing is this: we can't speak to your truth. Like, that's why I hate that. We can't speak to your truth. We only can speak to what you do and how it appears to us.
So I appreciate you, Ron. I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you.
Shout out to you.
But the thing is that,
Oh shit, I might save this.
You still not talk. So when we having a conversation, I'm saying I have these exact things. I'm giving exact things. Majority of the time, when we go to the exact things that I disagree with, majority of men agree with those things too. They just disagree with my perception. And so what I'm saying, my perception doesn't match the words that y'all agree with, and that's the only issue that I have. When I say men need to go ahead and get working out, blah, all the things that I say, majority of the time, me and you, like for example, me and you is we agree with probably like 80 to 90% of things. We have a disagreement on maybe how it's facilitated, right? So we have that's where me and you would actually go back and forth on a lot of things. And so that's the issue that I have, that people are going strictly off perception and not off the actual things that I'm saying. And then they say, hey, but you don't do this, is what they try to, this is what the jacket of the perception is that they do, is you don't do this. They're actually not talking about what I'm actually doing, what I'm actually saying.
No, but that's not accurate, right? Because B. Streaming told you exactly the things that you say, and the ways that you come about things, and why he has an issue with that particular thing. So the lack of balance when you are correcting behavior, the fact that you only correct men's behavior and you have nothing to say about the ill or bad behavior of the women in the same similar circumstances that you surround yourself with, that is the issue.
You can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. I can't trust the dude that see other people doing the same shit I'm doing, but only talk about what I'm doing. So your stuff, your advice to man, you're advising man and telling them about himself, you're not a trustee because you gotta have balance to be trusted. No one, I am not gonna trust anyone that got a one-sided talking point.
I don't have a one-sided talking point. I just speak about one thing.
Can I say something? No, there was a night that he stood up for all men.
Go ahead.
Why do you believe that it's only one? Why do you believe it's not one-sided, Sharon? I'm just curious about that. Help us understand why.
I don't talk about the other side for somebody to say that it's one-sided.
Wait. Hold on. That's
you have to have another side of me talking, right?
That's what one side.
Hold on, right. Hold on, Uncle Shane. But that's definitely what one side means.
Because I'm focused on what I am.
There was a night.
You cannot say that I'm one-sided. I just have a one-sided conversation, but that doesn't. You don't know my position on anybody else.
Right, but we said, but hold on. But if you're only presenting one side of the argument continuously, perpetually, then that's all that we have to go off of. And we have to say that Sharon is one-sided when it comes to these particular arguments. How could you think that that's anything but what it is?
I wouldn't say that he's one-sided.
Because I
would like to say
I'm niche marketed, right? So
go ahead, Sharon.
Okay. So if I'm going niche, you cannot say. So for example, if somebody is having a conversation about Carmelo Anthony, you cannot say, "Oh, why are you not talking about Rick Owens?" Who gives a? Why are you worried about if I'm talking about Rick? That's not my lane to talk about Rick.
Yeah.
But if you got, this is the problem, Sean. Hold on,
talk about all men.
Hey, hold on. Give me a second. This is the problem, right? Real fast, and I'm gonna shut up. The thing is this.
That premise is crazy.
You have women, a lot of women in your audience that display the behaviors that you ridicule, criticize, and constantly condemn in men. And these women that are in your circumference exude the same behavior and sometimes even worse than the behavior that you're critiquing. So if you're only hyper-focused on the men when you surround yourself with women who do the same things or worse, how could you categorize that as anything else but one-sided?
If it's two genders, you only talk about one, you gotta be one-sided. That's just math.
I see where y'all going
So
with
he
it.
could just interject.
So that's
like
because
that.
that's for somebody else. That's supposed to be for somebody else niche market to talk about those women. I'm a woman, and women should act like such and such. The women that act like such and such, it should be a woman that's having that conversation about how women are, because they know how women feels.
So you have no understanding of female nature.
So
you literally 40-something years old and know nothing about women to give any opinion on them. You never met a scallywag, a skank, a scuttlebug in your life. You never met a do-nothing, lazy, deadbeat bitch. You never met a begging ass, lame ass, loser ass, dusty, broke bitch in your life. What planet did you live on? You're 40-something, bro. This shit ain't working.
Oh, is it that dark?
Again, but that don't have anything to do.
I had to go dark.
With my conversations, right? So you bringing those things up, whether I met them or not, has nothing to do with anything. Because if you have a woman, if you bring a woman on the panel, right? If they used to bring a woman right now on this panel that have those same attributes, you won't say anything because she's on a panel and she's nice to you. You'll just leave it alone. So and we see it all the time. So you wanted me to do something that you see, hey, you go ahead and talk about those women that you feel like is doing those things. If you see a woman doing such a thing, you could go ahead and have your conversation about that.
We don't want you to do this, Sharon. We just calling you out. We don't want you to do shit.
Wait a minute, but Sharon, don't you shame them for talking about those women though?
Who, me? No.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucking lies.
Let me say this, because look, when
I don't wanna minimize it what he's saying, you know what I mean?
Wait, what? Where's this? Wait, what?
He's asking me when women going at it and they talk about those type of women, do I defend those women? I do not. I let people have their own squabbles. So if somebody was to say,
that's not what he asked you, Sharon. He asked you, do you shame the men that talk about women?
No,
that's what he asked you. Yes, he did.
No, I'm talking about the men, not women. I'm saying
men.
Men.
Shame the men that talk bad about women. That's what he asked you.
Because you just told Unc he should do it. You told Unc he should talk about them. So I'm saying.
But you shame men that have stuff to say about women. When a man got a channel and he talking about women, you immediately gonna call him a rim brother. So you tell him, man, that's how you contradict yourself, and that's what we be on you about. You tell him, man, you say you're not gonna talk about women, you can do it. But at the same time, as soon as the dude do it, you pulling off the AK on him.
So that's not true, because this how we know it's not true. And I'm explaining to you why it's not true.
These niggas just gonna lie, yo. I'm done.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not true, because
Sharon, let me say something real quick.
Hold on, before
let him answer, you got it right after argument.
Is that Witch Doctor talk about certain type of women? I never come up and say, hey, Witch Doctor, you wrong for talking about that woman. When Iz come up and he got his show, he talk about a certain type of woman, I don't come up and say, you talk about a certain woman. I don't do that at all. So I do not go around looking for men that is talking negative about a actual position on what somebody did. I don't do that.
I could say that right there about Sharon. I think what people are failing to see is that Sharon's right in a sense. But it is one-sided. See, you guys aren't wrong. It is one-sided, but Sharon is right about he does not move off his topic. If his topic, continue to use this clip, those are separate issues versus his topic. His topic, he kind of sticks to his topic. He won't move off of it, but his topic is one-sided. He picked one-sided topics, and he's not going to move off it. Even if you try to come on his page and try to come up off it, he's going to say, nope, we're going to come right back to this. But what his clips and everything, it placates.
There we go.
Am I wrong, Sharon? Sharon, am I wrong?
No, I think that is accurate. I don't stay off my topic, and I do have disagreements with women when I go to other panels and other shows, and I get
disagreements. Wait a minute, let me say this, JP. Wait a minute. I get disagreements with women who agree with men. I just want to say Sharon, right?
Facts.
I do think that your content is one-sided. However, I find it entertaining because somebody need to be the Sharon. I'm telling you, bro. Somebody got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I can only do it, DJ.
It's better than you. It's better than you than me. It's better than you than me. Without you.
I find it entertaining, and me personally,
some men gotta bend over.
Let me say this, JP. I finish. Wait a minute. Let me finish, right? And I just want to say this. Let's say I could have snapped my finger and make him change his content. I wouldn't have done this shit, bro.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
DJ. Hey DJ, thank you for saying that because I could only be Sharon. I'm gonna do that every day.
But you gotta stand on it, dude. You can't pretend that that's not what you're doing. That's the only thing.
You gotta own that shit. You gotta own it.
And number two, DJ, I want to say that a man saying somebody got to bend over where he's on screen lifting both his legs up for a woman is wow.
So can I ask
Come on, man. We're 2026, man. Go ahead, Jay.
So let me ask you a question. So do you think Sharon understands the fact that he understands that more men watches his channel? So do you believe that? Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Now I want to see if you disagree. I personally don't believe Sharon don't believe none of that stuff he says when it comes to his talking points. I truly believe that he understands that it will bring conversation by pissing men off and just like purposely disagreeing with men.
I could say the same thing about you, dummy.
Especially on serious
I can
conversations,
say the same thing about you, dummy.
Hold on, especially with serious conversations, right? So he'll purposely disagree because he know women gonna placate to that. They're gonna spend money, and that's gonna draw more men to come in to piss women off, so the women can start cashing. And before you know it, I made a whole bag. Do you disagree or not?
Do you know what I can say about you?
And so, and that part right there, which doctor is. That part right there, which doctor is the ego part, and he's setting up premises that is not good for other content creators, right? Instead of you trying to make me out to discredit me and make me out to a liar, instead of saying, hey, this is just that's what he believes. The way how Rich Doctor set it up, he might not agree, but he said, hey, I believe that's what Sharon believes in, right?
Well, your reality is not defending black women, though.
He
don't love black women in his real life.
So when we're not having a conversation about what we actually talking about, and you start trying to just attack me and try to make me
no, I'm checking the credibility of the guy, the credibility of the messenger.
You think he don't got no credibility?
What I'm doing is I'm critiquing the credibility because it been times where.
Why do you think he don't like black? Wait a minute, you accuse this man of not liking black women, and the majority of the people I see support him is black women. Why?
But the main one he chose to fuck and lay up with is not. Come on, right? So that's one. And listen. I did something on purpose. A few men did this on purpose. We had said something just for GP and see what Sharon was gonna say, and he did it exactly what we thought he was gonna do. He was just gonna disagree. We had said some stuff we know he agreed to, but it insists to bring conversations to get bounties and get women to spend money. He disagreed with it on purpose. We tested him out already. He failed the test.
And this is a premise that we cannot verify at all. He's just making things up. And this is where we have an issue as fellow content creators, right? Instead of it having just a strong disagreement of us proving different points on what we are actually saying. So what me and Iz is doing, what me and even though he got frustrated with me because he believes of a premise that I'm being disingenuous, and I'm not. This is really who I am. And I understand that he got frustrated with me, but I'm not trying to be obtuse. I'm really just on the opposite side on some of the things that's being said towards me, and that is really it about it. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about the black woman you gave kids to?
Come on, JP. Come on.
Was she always in the right? Because according to Sharon, most of these black women are always in the right. Was she in the right?
And so
how come we can't check the credibility?
Right. So this is the
JP, but
premise
then
that
you
he-
see, then you get
y'all literally bring something out like all the time to discredit me.
This is the premise. Let me just say
I mean,
real
you
quick. This is
could
the
bring
premise
up,
that
but
they,
he could choose if he want to answer, and you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
and this is the premise that they keep trying
family
to.
over here, DJ.
This is
No,
the premise
no
that they
dissing
keep trying
kids
to.
and no dissing the deceased.
Nah, I'm not dissing nobody's kids.
Okay.
And
I'm not
so-
even
so
dissing
this
his
is the
women.
premise-
I'm dissing Sharon. I'm checking Sharon's credibility. He make because he goes against us on why we say we don't want to deal with black women, and he make it seem like we the problem. But yet he got kids with black women. He didn't want to deal with her.
JP got a
So
good
he. This is what I'm saying. This is fake content.
We bring up JP personal life all the time. And the content creator in this sector that ain't talked about JP personal life at some point. So let's keep it 100 around here. Or maybe go through your catalogs. So now, if he ain't talking, but he ain't saying nothing negative about the wife, like DJ said, no wife, no kids, no dead people, no slander, that ain't happened. JP got a valid point. Let's not discredit it because it's coming from JP. Because it's a valid point.
When did JP become the litmus test? Just because he don't do it with JP.
He making a valid point.
I'm just
Come and discredit the nigga.
I'm just saying, but everybody knows how to be.
No hate on JP opinion.
No, hate on.
He like to share all of his information.
No, we finally have to study this. Okay, let's go ahead.
But I'm saying, just because JP like to share his whole life, don't mean that we gotta discredit
Sharon shared his life. How did I know about Sharon?
We have to compare the numbers.
You just dropped a minute ago because you ran, so run again. I don't like the B1. I don't like the B1 sector.
Quit cook me. I went to fix the plate.
Listen.
So shit you won't know about bitch ass Reezuhn.
They trying to tell you people where your Johnson go and you can't speak on that topic. Just because you have...
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy.
I went to fix a plate that my black queen
I'm just saying, Sharon is nothing more than a passport, bro. He is literally a passport, bro.
Just because JP likes to share all his...
That was lame as all hell. Oh, we'll do that though. Oh shit. Okay. Oh fuck. I'm still running this. All right. We'll find something else real quick. That's crazy as all hell. Oh, they're so lame for that. But whatever. I'll find something else real quick. Oh, so lame for that. I don't even know. Wow, why do they defend JP like that? That man is a fucking problem. I swear. But they defend him with their lies. Well, not with their lies, but you know what I mean. Alright, hold up. Let's pin this and then...
About this, right?
So, all of a sudden now, she jumps on camera, and the first thing out of her mouth is "sock by say." However you pronounce that. I never pronounce it right. So, everybody that can pronounce it, forgive me for mispronouncing it. I'm not trying to be ignorant on purpose. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Okay? But, this is the first time, and then look, I knew she was Haitian.
He is so
But
dumb.
the only reason I knew she was Haitian is because I'm one of those weird guys that just knows random trivia, right? So somewhere along the lines over the past 20 years, I overheard somebody say it and it just stuck in my head, right? But it wasn't like common knowledge. It wasn't like it was something she was advertising every day. It's kind of like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the beginning of his career, how even though his pops was a famous wrestler, he hardly ever brought it up, right? It's kind of like that, because I don't know if y'all noticed that about The Rock. He does that too. The Rock leans all the way into his Samoan background. Like, have y'all noticed that? Somebody press 1 if you noticed that. Have you noticed
that he leans all the way in to that part of his heritage, but he doesn't really lean into the black part of his heritage. Y'all notice that? So it's kind of like that, right? Because what these I'm to the point now, I don't consider these black people. I don't.
There's a reason tool brands like Bauer, Pittsburgh, and U.S. General.
I hate this shit so much.
I want y'all to know.
I hate this shit so much.
But now that it gives her the opportunity to be an activist in the day and age where activism is the thing to do, because she wasn't doing this shit. When have you ever heard her bring up anything about Haitians? She didn't even, as far as I remember, she didn't even speak up when they was down there.
Woman you gonna choose, right? So you gonna choose a woman with looks, right, or capacity? Capacity meaning, looks meaning she gorgeous, she got all the, she's a brick house, but she may not be the one waking up at 6 a.m. for the kids, right?
It depends on what you want.
Right, it depends on what you want. You get what I'm saying? She may not be the one. She's not very thrifty, right, with her dollar. You know what I'm saying? Again, it depends on what you want. But then on the other hand, you get this other one. When you look at her every morning, she don't move you, but she's thrifty with a dollar, right? She can turn your ones into more. All right, she's great with the kids. She give you boys, right? Big, tall, pigeon-toed boys. You know what I'm saying? Big fat motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, we want them all. But the other one, maybe not so much. You get what I'm saying? So these are dynamics that happen that we actually have to choose. And you saying these are wants and needs, but they're still, at the end of the day, it's procreation. We want to, men looking at what type of babies we used to. Didn't you do that, Aaron? It's like, hey, what type of kids I'm gonna have?
Yeah. No, I never did that.
You never did that?
No.
Okay,
Right.
well, we did. I'm just being real.
You're gonna get different things from different parties, right?
Yeah.
Like one dude that got the baddie that won't cook breakfast, right? Like I might get her and she don't want me to leave the house and she got a whole spread full of waffles made of red velvet, right? Like different people are gonna get different things in response to the
Do you do the same thing? Do the flip side? Do you wake her up with velvet waffles and shit?
No.
See what I'm saying?
Because that's not my primary role, right? Like I do the things I don't expect of her, right? Like if I get a flat, I'm not calling her. She's calling me, right? Like when it come to household chores, like yo, it's a mouse in the garage, like we need you to poke that hole. That's not her job.
In the front bag and throw it away.
He is literally a passport. Peel shit out your name.
Easy
So thanks
business.
to
Is your woman
Sharon.
white?
Sharon, you help me out.
Algorithm, is your woman white?
Why you worried about what the nigga woman is?
I'll be streaming because every man that Sharon bash about.
You don't stay with a woman. You don't treat a black woman right.
Still with
Then you
black
fuck with
women.
me.
No.
He's not. So why should you be the standard of how to treat a black
I'm
woman?
not saying that I'm a standard or gatekeeper of anything, but what I'm saying is, how
you
these
ain't
black
the
women gonna
gatekeeper
listen
of
to
your
this man
house,
that's a
nigga.
passport bro and
The white man
targeting
is the
the men
gatekeeper of your house.
that still take black women serious enough to still be with them. We still with black women. I was just married to one.
All we said is that.
Wait a minute. Show so the Black Hawk. He says, I'm gonna be streaming. Please get some box ASAP player. That is crazy.
That nigga weird because I got a whole wife in this bitch. I get pussy at least three, 4 times a week.
What color is your wife? Is she white?
She black.
Oh Lord.
We all got black women.
Why do we matter?
He's on bringing himself back. And show so to Wanda, she said DJ and Sharon got the best music. He probably got the second best. I think mine is the best. You know what I'm saying? In the third best. Probably Sharon got the third best. in this space. I dance every time. I hope you dancing, Wanda. I know you're married, so I ain't gonna say nothing explicit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Good to see I want to say this one thing and y'all got it, right? Oh, sure. Nobody didn't drop Sharon.
Sharon left because he can't really answer those questions.
Sharon either left because he can't answer. Let me say these two things, right? Sharon left either because he in China or some shit. His Wi-Fi probably dropped. But I want to say this: I don't want Sharon to change who he is and doing his content. I just think somebody got to do it. When he stopped doing it, or if he stopped doing it, somebody gonna feel that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, it went from Derek Jackson, then it went from Taz, then it went from Darren Long, then it went to Sharon.
But it's gonna always be somebody that's gonna do some shit like that. There's other niggas right now doing this shit that we don't know them, like the public.
We're gonna have a new degenerate nigga in a minute because now that you done got famous being a degenerate, it's niggas waiting in the wings. We're gonna have a new league of degenerate nigga in a minute because now that you done got famous being a degenerate, it's waiting how vagabond raggedy day is, and you gonna tell a man where his Johnson go, what topics he can speak on. Sharon, you doing a good job, and you a Japan. These niggas can't even go across the street. These niggas barely can pay their rent.
Ain't nobody telling you
These niggas can't even pay their car note. These niggas tags is old on their car. They got parking tickets. Sharon, you in Japan. Keep doing your thing.
He projecting his big wheels. His big wheels passed through.
We all gotta look content like Angry Man. Everybody gotta do Angry Man, Tommy Sotomayor content. Fuck them niggas.
Keep talking about Angry Man. Angry Man ain't even.
He always bringing up Angry Man's son is here. That's why you keep talking.
Angry Man's son ain't here looking like a whole peacock.
Yeah, you are his son, boy.
Daggone rooster. What the freak you got going on, man? Take that picture down looking crazy as hell.
At least I got my own name.
You ain't got nothing. Nothing. You look like somebody.
If you got everything and you so rich, why you keep messing with us poor people?
I'm not
why
rich.
you keep messing with us poor people, rich man?
I'm this out rich.
You always show what you got.
I said I was rich. You always talk about I got nothing.
Every time